What is up, everyone? Welcome back. Welcome back. Today, we do another tier list. It's on red flags. You excited about this one?
I'm actually most excited about this one.
I feel like this is in your wheelhouse.
This is going to help a lot of guys out.
I think so. We say this quite a lot, right? But when I look up the pickup niche, okay, if you want to find someone that can like talk about AA, you'll find it. Most of the time, as we said last week or the week before, they'll just tell you to go open and they don't really have much more advice. Like you can find a guy that can talk about DHVs. They'll talk about them, but they'll probably just tell you to like write a massive fucking monologue, or they'll tell you that actually it's just natural game and just be yourself. Like you can find people to talk on these topics. Whenever it comes to relationship, either retention or figuring out how to pick the right person or looking for the red flags, people don't fucking ever teach this shit. Like at the very least, maybe people teach some red flags. But in terms of like retention and stuff, you just don't find it. So I think it'll be helpful for the guys to be able to go through some of this content with them.
And there might be a few that we kind of disagree with a little bit.
Yeah, there will be.
You'll get different perspectives.
There will be, yeah. As we're going through these, I think we found a couple that maybe we have like different personal experience on. And also, I think we probably look for different things in a partner as well. So that, yeah, be good to discuss. Constantly posting on social media should be on the tier list. It is, my man.
It is. Yep.
Yeah. If you have any more, post them up in chat. We started with a list of like fucking 300. Okay, so we had to get this down to. I think we ended up getting it down to 50. So this wasn't a 5-hour stream. So there's going to be a lot of things that we've tried to maybe combine into one. So social media might be a big one that we combine a few of the red flags into. I don't know. Maybe fuck it. If you guys like the stream, maybe we'll do another one that with the 300 lists, and we sit here and maybe just quickly plot them all in the S to D. But yeah, this one is going to be, I say concise. It's still a list of 50 fucking red flags, but it, yeah, a few of them we tried to combine up for you guys. So
I mean, I think we should do a 7-hour fucking live stream just on red flags.
Yeah, 7-hour. Let's do it. We'll plan that for the future. What about the music list for background music? Yeah, we've got it. Don't worry. I love that you guys send us ideas, because honestly, we have like the next 10 weeks of tier lists fucking planned out for you guys. Okay, so if there's more stuff you want to see, fucking send it in, because it's been really helpful. There was someone commenting in the comments about a sex toy tier list, and that was music to my ears. I was like, yes, I would love to do a sex toy tier list. That'd be insane. So yeah, keep sending through your ideas. Blue, we do have music as one of them. Yeah, like obviously that video will be demonetized, or we don't give a fuck. We'll just do it anyway. And yeah, I think that'll be cool. Actually, I found a new DJ Swift.
Who?
I don't know the guy's name. So on the weekend, we went to see Zoo, and I'm not a big fan of Zoo or whatever, but it was there weren't that many headliners at this festival, so we're like, let's go check him out. I haven't seen him before, and we get there and we mix up the times. We got there a bit early, and I was like, holy fuck, this DJ's insane! It's so good. I'm like, this is Zoo, like this is awesome. And then we realized it was like fake Zoo. It was actually on before him, but he was amazing. It was like psychedelic bass or some shit. I think could make a good addition to a sex playlist. So
sex playlist.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Not like a trip playlist, but like a sex playlist.
Well, they can, you know what I mean? I feel like I have 3 different types of sex playlists, right? There's like I don't know what you'd call it, like the weekend, or 2 Feet, or some R&B or something, where it's like, you know, I'm a fuck boy. I go you in my room. We're playing the greatest
sexual experiences I've ever had. it was psychedelic sexual experience. All like the top 3 by far. It was so fucking good.
I broke up a little bit, but did you say 2 Feet?
Sexual experiences I've ever had.
Yeah.
was a psychedelic sexual.
Oh yeah. Straight up, yeah. And so when you're diving into the depths of psychedelic sex, you need a psychedelic playlist. And yeah. And I've got one that is like slow and like sensual psychedelic, and then I've got one that is like, let's fucking go. Yeah. So I think that could be a nice this fake zoo DJ could be a nice addition to the
have you ever,
beginning of the playlist. Yeah.
Have you ever eaten pussy while you're tripping?
Oh,
you feel like you're you're like going through her pussy, like upper body, and
you feel like I feel like a neurosurgeon or something with the precision in which I am navigating her body. You know what I mean? Like
eating performance of your entire fucking life.
Ever. And I remember once, dude, there was one time where like, I'm like, is this just in my head? Like, am I just like, is this just shit for her? And I'm just like tripping balls or some shit. And I had a girl tell me, she's like, as you're doing that, there were flowers just getting like blossomed through the entire room. She's like, it was the most insane thing. And I'm like, okay, all right. It's not just in my head. That's
I had an orgy while tripping, totally by accident. Things just sort of happened at the wrong time or the right time. And it was, let's just say I spent a little bit too much time with a few of the girls in the orgy.
Just at least get jealous.
I kind of like woke up, I kind of looked around and I had like 4 or 5 girls around me.
Yeah.
It was
one of them mad. All right.
All right, let's fucking do this.
Oh, go.
Oh, yeah.
That's the battle cry of UMP. All right.
I got
getting
my
ready for the tier list.
Pumps in. I'm ready. I'm fucking ready.
Okay. Visible tattoos.
Okay. Now, what are we doing? How are we ranking this? You want to like go?
Yeah, fuck. Good question. S is just going to be like, well, D. Let's start with that. Maybe that might be like,
no go, stay away, run.
Oh, S is so like no go.
Okay.
I feel like D might be like this. Could be like, it could be good or like, doesn't really tell you anything, right? Like something to that extent. Like it's a bit like meh. Like it's probably not a red flag.
Maybe like neutral, possibly positive.
Yeah, let's say neutral. A red flag. We could have here like yellow flag. Here could be like need more info or something, right?
Okay, I think that's fair. Can you fix red flag? OCD. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, maybe like stay away. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll fuck around. We'll find out. I've never ate pussy before. Blue, what is wrong with you? Okay, next stream is actually going to be intervention for Blue, who's never eaten pussy. Okay, we need to fix that real quick. Okay, visible tattoos. What do you think there?
I mean, clearly a fucking degenerate whore. So we gotta stay away from anybody with tattoos. I mean, it's funny because I have a lot of tattoos, but even I'm kind of,
degenerate.
I mean? Even when I see a lot of tattoos or certain tattoos, I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm a hypocrite in a lot of ways because, like my future wife, any future wife would not have tattoos. So,
I feel like it depends on the tattoo. Like there are some girls that just have like some really creative like fine art pieces, like just on their rib cage here or something. Like it's their grandmother's name or like a flower or something. That one looks actually sexy or completely fine for me. And then number two, like I guess a lot of these red flags, I'm kind of questioning like, what is this indicating? Like the whole idea of a red flag, it's indicating something negative to come within the relationship or the dynamic. So if I have a girl with like face tattoos or something, I'm thinking like, you do not give a fuck what society thinks of you, which is I I don't think it's a good thing, right? I think there should be some level of calibration, right? Like, I question again, like your upbringing. I question the respect you have maybe for your parents. I like these are the things that start going through my head, or even just like the level of like open-mindedness might be a little bit too high for what I want in a relationship. And then there's like tacky ones, like what are these like tramp stamps called or some shit? Or like maybe she's got like her ex-boyfriend's name on her chest that she dated for a month. Like all these are indicating just really fucking these are just like really bad decisions, really tacky things.
I think it's important to say, because I have a couple girls on my rotation with face tattoos, like up the neck, like right here on the side, and they're really sweet. They're incredibly sweet. They're very nice, very respectful, nice to be around, but they're not wife material, and they're also strippers. So, like, they have a job where they can have like face tattoos. They're not trying to get a normal job. Look, they could be great. They could be great rotation girls, but you may want to think about if you want to make this chick your wife.
What if you met a girl that just had like a flower, like just here on a rib cage?
Oh yeah. That's fine.
That would be So I'd probably say like yellow flag to balance out. Like obviously if there's like face tattoos and shit, I'd say red flag. If this is like her mom's name on her rib cage or something, that's probably like neutral.
Yeah, but what if it's on her back? Like you have it bent over, and there's like a picture of her mom that's like rest in peace that you died to. I've had that before, by the way. I had that a couple of weeks ago. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like rest in peace. It's like this whole like everyone that died. I was like, this is kind of a turn off a little bit.
Did you finish on her back? Be honest.
I had to like flip her over. And there was, I don't know who the person was over here. That person might have died as well. But it was just fucking, it was just too much.
It was just like a cemetery, bro. It was a walking fucking cemetery. Yeah.
They all died from, or half of them died from like motorbikes here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Head smashed. Yeah.
Okay. History of cheating.
By the way, just real quick, I just have to say, if she's goth, maybe that's maybe that's okay. Okay,
maybe it's a good thing.
If she's a goth girl, she's wearing all black, and she plays that role very well. I think. That's okay.
I guess the thing I'm so worried about this is I've heard guys basically just say like, only girl with a tattoo is a fucking whore, and like kind of what you were joking about at the start. Like, bro, a girl can like have a classy tattoo and be like a cool girl, and like you don't need to like strictly rule someone out because like she decided to get a tattoo or some shit. Like Jesus Christ, like these guys sound like my grandfather or something, which is like, you have a tattoo, that means you're in a gang. Like my grandfather would have thought you were in a gang or some shit, right? You know what I mean? Like times have changed a little bit. So
my grandpa was in a gang, so
yeah, well, yeah, he probably had tattoos.
He did.
Yeah. History of cheating. I think this is just straight like S tier.
Yeah, but I think this is tough. Yeah. This is also tough because a lot of women have some sort of history of cheating. They may not call it cheating. It may not be the traditional way we think about cheating, but I don't know. This one's tough. I think it's gonna be hard for a lot of the guys watching this to find a woman who never at least did something at one point, even if when she was younger, 18, 19, 20.
What do you mean by something?
I don't know. Like I went out with my friends and I made out, or I don't know, jerked off a guy in the bar or something. I don't know. Like, maybe texting. Like I mean, is texting other guys behind their back cheating?
In a relationship, yeah. Like if
like you're kind of sexual, just sexting. Maybe you're not meeting.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Like I think these are the things you need to be looking out for and be careful of. Again, like I don't want to like fearmonger and tell everyone that like every girl's a cheater or some shit. Like it's just not the case. And then also like you're never really going to find this out. Like, you're not going to be able to say, like, excuse me, by the way, I'm just curious, like, have you ever cheated on someone? Most girls with at least a quarter of a brain is probably just going to say no, even if they had. But what I notice sometimes is that the girls will cheat on someone with the guy, and then the guy falls in love. That's something to be really careful of. So, like, they will meet this girl, might be at work or call up or whatever it is. It doesn't really matter. And they're chatting to her. She's got a boyfriend. And then she's like, yeah, fuck my boyfriend type of thing. They meet up with the guy. They start cheating on the boyfriend with the new person. And then that new person falls in love. And he's like, yeah, break up with your boyfriend. We can be together. The girl does that. And then, 6 months later, this guy gets cheated on. And he's like, what the fuck? It's like, bro, like, she literally did it. Like, you saw her do that action. Like, what would change? Like, you're not, unless you're going to convince yourself that you're somehow like incredibly special or something. Like, it is a big red flag if you have someone cheating in front of you. Chances are she's probably going to do that shit again. So, so that would be a big, maybe stay away's like a bit harsh, but that would be like clearly like a top red flag for me.
Well, history would indicate maybe more than one time.
Oh, are you saying like if she cheated with you, she's probably cheated before? Yeah.
If she's cheated with other guys, I mean, in other relationships multiple times, maybe with like multiple guys.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. The more you cheated, the more you're likely to cheat. 100%. Yeah.
I mean, you should probably just get a very pure woman who's never even had sex before. Like, it kind of solves that problem.
I think you're half joking, but this is the other thing. Like, I feel like some people believe that every girl is a cheater and every girl will cheat and blah, blah, blah. If you look at the data, it's just not the case. And I think like if you just look at the women around you, it's probably not the case either. Like, sure, women can lie, but if you have like really close female friends that are honest with you about everything, like they will be honest with you if they're cheated or not, right? At least my female friends are. And yeah, it's just not like every single girl is out there cheating.
Not every single girl, but would you say that a particular kind of guy, type of guy, is probably going to get cheated on?
Yeah, 100%.
By any girl? Yeah.
The biggest variable for when a girl cheats, the biggest variable, it's not body count, it's not this other, the biggest variable is is you. It is a unhappy relationship, right? That is the biggest variable. So yeah, if you got a shitter relationship, you could argue that's the goal, but then I'd just argue maybe you didn't pick right. But like that's going to be the really biggest red flag, I guess, for cheating. So that is in your control.
And the problem is, guys, the guys may treat the girl really nicely and do everything for her. Like, everything's great. Like, why did you cheat? Like, guys don't understand what they're doing wrong or what they're not doing in the relationship to keep a very healthy and interesting relationship. Keep her away from wanting to stray.
Yeah, like a satisfying, healthy, happy relationship isn't you being a slave to some woman that you claim is your girlfriend, right? Like, that's never going to be a fun dynamic anywhere, right? Absolutely anywhere. Like, if there's that level of disrespect in the workplace, if there's if you're just a slave to someone, yeah, you can maybe sit here online and cry about it and say, but I did everything for her. Well, that's kind of the problem, right? Like, it shouldn't be a slave dynamic. If you're creating that, then it's going to be unsatisfactory, and the girl's probably going to cheat for sure.
Exactly. The more you do for a woman, the more likely she is to cheat on you. Okay. Do less. I'm joking.
Kinda. You need to be able to find the balance there, right? Yeah, for sure. All right. Conflict equals attack. So what I basically mean here is every time there's a disagreement or there's an argument, instead of the girl being able to like take some level of responsibility or apologize or try to fix things or have like a civilized conversation, it just goes to personal attacks. So it's like, I'm trying to think of an example here. I don't know, maybe the girl's late and you're like, hey, what the fuck, you're late. And then she just starts personally attacking you, right? Mm-hmm. Well, you're so selfish and you never do this and you're an asshole and blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. This is, I'd say that's like up here as well.
Oh, 100%. And that's on you. You know what I mean? Like, if she shouldn't do that more than once, like straight up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you talk to her about that and put your foot down and she continues and you stick around, that's on you.
Yeah.
You're training her that she has permission to behave that way. She's only going to get worse.
Yeah, a lot of these red flags are basically like warning signs for you to shift her behaviors and in turn like shift your behaviors 100%.
Or an indication that you need to stay away.
Yeah.
Run.
Avoids vulnerability. So this is a girl just like constantly with her walls up. So this could be like sexually related, where she finds it really hard to get into that like feminine submissive vibe. This might be the girl that wants to pay for everything because she doesn't want to feel like a man is taking control of her. This might be a girl that just never really shares her appreciation or feelings within the relationship at all.
Oh, yeah, that would be. I mean, have you known a lot of women like that?
Yeah, it just doesn't last very long.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. Like this is in terms of the archetype, right? These are what we would call like man haters in a way, where it's like I don't need no man. And so I think a lot of guys probably don't get very far with these types of girls. But the more you can actually show up and build a level of trust, show a level of authority, have a level of masculinity and dominance, like the girls just fall back into they take down that wall and they're able to be like more vulnerable and submissive and feminine. So I see this, I guess, fairly consistently, like in the club or like within our students. But yeah, as long as you do the right things, it shouldn't last very long.
Yeah. Do you think it's a little bit harder? Like I've known a few of these girls, and they're probably less likely to cheat on you. You know, it's a little bit harder for her to like open up with another guy. She's gonna be very avoidant. So look, maybe get one of those girls, open her up, and you don't have to worry about cheating so much.
Yeah, I put this like yellow flag. I probably, I think guys worry about cheating too much. I think if you just have a good relationship, it's not going to happen. But I put this as like a yellow flag.
Yeah.
No appreciation.
I mean, I don't see this as a red flag. I see this as like, I don't know, just an average woman.
When did you become so conceited? This would be like, so no appreciation is like,
I'm sorry, I have to like make this clear. Like when I'm talking about this, I'm not necessarily talking about my experience, right? Like women are very appreciative of me. They're very nice to me. But I'm looking at it, like the average woman with the average man. I don't see women being like overly appreciative.
I mean, sure, not overly appreciative, but I think there's some level of appreciation. Like if you go on a date with a girl and you buy her a drink, right? I'm not expecting the girl to like be like, wow, oh my God, this is so rare. Oh, that's so nice of you for buying me a drink. Wow, that's so like, sure, but I'd expect her to at least be like, thanks, right?
Yeah,
like,
but a lot of guys like a lot of guys would say, you know, in my last relationship or all my relationships, man, I did all the work. I took care of her. I paid the rent. I did this. I did that, and I rarely even got like thank you. You're doing so much for me. That seems to be like the average guy's experience, where they're doing a lot and they're not getting a lot of appreciation. They may get a lot of shit actually, or like the expectations are raised a little bit, but they're not even getting like a simple like, I really appreciate what you're doing every day.
Yeah, that'd be
very rare.
That'd be at least a yellow flag for me. right? Like this is something in the dynamic that needs to change. Now, like it might not necessarily be the girl. Like a lot of this, as you mentioned, kind of like might be your fault in a way. Now, there might be some girls that are not appreciative to anyone, right? She's not fucking nice, waiting stuff. She's not, and that is like, okay, well, maybe this isn't the type of girl I want to be with. But if you're in a relationship with a girl and she's not appreciating anything, then at some level you're conveying to her, this is expected. At some level you're conveying to her, just you being you just is enough for me, and now I owe you everything. And the girl's like, well, I don't need to show appreciation. This is a fair trade. So yeah, that's something that you need to change, right? Like you need to be able to expect and demand a level of appreciation back, right? Like, so if, yeah, you're getting the drinks for her, this is maybe not a good example for a relationship, but like if you're getting the drinks for her and she's not giving a fuck at all, then next time don't get the fucking drinks, or tell her like, you're going to thank me for this? Like, what the fuck's going on here? Like you need to be able to have like an understanding of O value enough to appreciate that it needs appreciation. So like this would be, whether you want to look this as like a personal flag or like a relationship flag or like her flag, this is a concern, right?
Yeah, for me, it's not that big of a deal because I'm not expecting all this appreciation or like thank yous and shit. But I look at it as like, are you reciprocating? You know what I mean? Like if I need something, if I say, hey, do this, do you do that? That's how I kind of view it. It's like actions versus constantly saying thank you, I appreciate it, and like I don't even like.
Do you feel appreciated?
I don't even know if I don't think I even think about it that way, really. Like I can do a lot for my girl and take care of things. I feel like it's kind of like a responsibility. I like to do it, but I kind of expect compliance back. Like for her to like give back when I ask for it. It's not even like on her own terms she's actively doing something, which is, it's nice, she does, but I don't necessarily like need that. I don't look for that.
But I feel like that's like just appreciation.
Like, hey, I need this, I need this, and there's like non-compliance, and it's like, well, okay, what the fuck is up with this?
Yeah, I feel like you're just looking for appreciation through actions, right? Like, so
right.
For example, like say you were to go out and like you pay for dinner or some shit, like girl doesn't have to say thank you necessarily, but like if you get home and you're like, hey, my shoulders are sore, can I get a massage? If your girl was to be like, no, actually I don't feel like doing it, I think that then you'd feel underappreciated, right? It's like, count, I just did all this for you, and now you're not going to do anything for me. But I feel like if she does that, it's like, cool. Yeah.
And I don't necessarily need her to go to initiate that. You know what I mean? Like to like start massaging my fucking shoulders. Because I'll tell her what to do. Like I'll ask, like, I want this, do this.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to be both ways, right? Like
expect the girl to show appreciation through actions or verbally without even saying anything, and the girl doesn't know.
Yeah, you know I think you shouldn't expect like mind reading in relationships 100%. Like even if you want the appreciation, like I think that's something you can verbalize too, right? Like, hey, like a fucking thank you would be nice, right? Like you could fucking say that, or you could just say like, hey, yeah, I want a fucking massage. If you sit there and you have these hidden contracts where you're like, I've done all this for her and I'm sitting here in my next release, well, like how the fuck is she meant to know, right? Like some girls are going to be more intuitive and more like I guess tuned in, I guess. But yeah, like you should never rely on mind reading in a relationship, 100%.
True that, no.
But yeah, lack of appreciation is it was something like the top 3 reasons for dissatisfaction in relationships. Yeah, whether that is like a thank you, but I think more people are going to notice it in the way that you kind of mentioned it, which is you just feel appreciated through the girl's actions. So I would say this is like maybe like yellow or red, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, these fucking whores with nose rings. Oh my God.
Like for me, this is an S. But I think it depends. Like nose ring, okay, if it's a stud right here, it's like, all right, maybe we could assess that. We need more information. But she's got a nose ring, especially like the septum. Stay away. I'm just telling you, 21 years of experience. I'm telling you, just stay away.
I was thinking about this more and more. since we spoke about this. And dude, I know, if we're just looking at nose rings, I know so many Indians that are like pleasant, conservative, that have like nose rings. And then in terms of the septum,
I'm not talking about like some part of India culturally.
No, I'm talking about Australia. Sorry, Australia.
Indians or Australian?
Like Indians that were like born here, so like first generation.
No. We're going to like
second generation.
We'll remove like Indians.
So are you talking about like a white girl feminist with a like who are you talking about?
I'm not saying you don't have to add feminist to it. I'm just talking about a girl that's not doing it for some religious or cultural reason in India.
Yeah, sure. But then I also think of like one girl that comes to my mind is like this South African girl. And she was just like a bit hippie and was like completely chill and fine. Like I get
that's a bigger red flag.
Why is that a bigger red flag?
Issues, and she's using the whole like spiritual hippie thing to like kind of cover for her massive flaws.
No, I mean, this girl was like incredibly grounded. She studied psychology. Like she was just like, I use the word hippie. Like she was just had like that flowing kind of like energy.
3 years.
4 years, actually. 4 years. No, I wasn't in a relationship with 3 years.
Okay.
Were you in a relationship for 3 years with all these girls with septum piercings that you've met?
No, but I have a lot of data, a lot of experience.
Yeah. So, okay, this would be my question. Like, you see a girl with a septum piercing. What is your read? What's your prediction of this girl's behavior?
She's going to be annoying. We know that.
Okay, annoying how?
Preachy. She's going to be naggy. It's not good. She may suck dick well, but she's going to be annoying after.
She's going to be preachy and naggy. See, like my concern with these girls would be that either one is like the feminist stereotype or something where they're just like talking about the patriarchy or some shit. The other stereotype I might think about is just being like super sexually open, and maybe like promiscuous could be like the other stereotype here. But I mean, this is one of those things where I feel like if you argued like tramp stamp, I feel like it correlates a lot better. In my personal experience, I've just met so many girls with like nose piercings that were just chill and fine. Like, so I feel like I'd need like a nose piercing plus like other signs here from the girl. Yeah, and dude, there was a girl I studied nursing with. This is what I told you, and you're like, well, nursing, she must be crazy. But there was still a girl I studied nursing with.
That was like, you just keep stacking the red flags.
But she was like, she was a friend. I never slept with her. She was like so chill and nice and just very sweet. So like, yeah, I don't know. This is one where I feel like I would need more info than just Shin telling me she's got a septum piercing and then me being like, bro, she's gonna be naggy and annoying.
True. You could get more info to see if she's in the 1% that are like somewhat mentally healthy. Like, I guess if you really want to like kind of sift through all these crazy bitches and go for it. I'm just saying that most women don't have them. You could find a lot of women without them, and maybe that's just a smart move, and just avoid the few that you will run into, right?
Yeah, I'd be curious. There's a few people watching now. Maybe there'll be more watch after this. I'm curious what people's experience with nose rings are. Maybe I've had a very lucky encounters with nose rings. All right, so it sounds like you want to put this red flag. It sounds like I want to put it in. Need more info. Should we just add another one to the yellow here?
We could just add more yellow. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. All right. High body count.
Yeah. So how high are we talking? What is high?
Exactly. Yeah. Perfect question.
High. Some guys say 300. Like, what is high?
How about we say a percentile, like top 10%? So like if we take every goal and how many people we slept with, anyone in the top, we could extend it 20%.
But that it's kind of hard to. to understand or visualize when we're using like top 10, top 20. Like we need a number. Like 300, under 10, under 20.
I think we could talk about this from like a meta point of view and then give maybe some prescriptions of numbers, because I feel like numbers, you can't just give a raw number, because I could say like 20 is too high, but what if you're talking about like a 35-year-old? It's like, well, maybe it doesn't sound so high. Or I could say like, well, 5 is okay, but what if we're talking about a girl that just turned 18? It's like, oh, that feels really high for an 18-year-old. That's what I was kind of just saying. Like, yeah, I would consider highs in like something that's like socially feels unacceptable. So like the top 20% for that like bracket.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta. I mean, it depends. Like, you know, look, historically in my rotation, I've had girls with higher body counts, very low, one lay count. Like, just because she has a high body count doesn't mean she's a bad person. I think we should throw that out there. I know a lot of amazing women, good people, fun, very interesting, that have high body counts, but I wouldn't get into a relationship or I wouldn't marry them because they have other issues. So I would say, like, generally, like, if you want a relationship, stay away. But look, if you meet a girl, like, you want to have some fun, something casual, it's fine, I think.
Yeah, I probably want to talk a bit longer on this, because my concern is, like, the popular answer here for everyone watching is for me to say high body count, ST, stay the fuck away from anyone with a high body count, blah, blah, blah. I think it's important to have some fucking actual nuance behind this and not just like do the whole high body count bad. I think the first thing you need to realize is what we spoke about, like, what is high body count? Like, a girl that slept with like 6 guys is average. That's not high. So I think, like, some guys, number one is they think that any girl that's been with more than like 3 guys is high. The other thing is, like, why is it a red flag? What does this indicate? A lot of guys will point to high body count equals cheating and they're not able to like bond or some bullshit. If you look at the data, it doesn't show that. If you look at the data and compare it to a virgin, then yeah, anything higher than that increases like divorce rate, increases cheating rate and things like that. But if you're comparing like a lay count of 3 to like 7, there is very fucking little difference in any of that. But if we're comparing a body count of 3 to what I would consider like top 10% out of the normal, like the girls get like a 30, 40, 50 body count or some shit like that, then yeah, that indicates that, again, similar to the visible tattoos, is this girl's like super sexually open-minded. She might be validation seeking. There might be reasons that she's acting like outside of the norms of society. There's a lot of red flags there that actually indicate like negative behaviors. Or it might just be the case that this girl just loves open relationships. But if that's like something that you're not looking for, then you're not going to be able to have a compatible relationship with that girl at all.
Do you see a difference between 5 and 20?
Like,
I'm just saying, like, yeah, like you have like 2 girls, you like both of them. I don't know. One day, one of them is going to be your wife. It's 5, 20. Like, do you see a difference? Do you see any like?
Yeah, if this is like say a 24-year-old or something with a 5 and 20, yeah, I would 100%.
Like early 20s.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think if you got a 20 lay count in your early 20s, that's high. That would be a red flag for me. I'd be careful of that. But again, like, then the other thing I want to say here is, how practical is this as a red flag? Because most guys, when they're asking girls what your body count is, you're asking it in a way that you're testing to see if it's high or not. And girls aren't stupid, right? Like, you ask them, hey, what's your body count? They're just going to say what you think is acceptable. As simple as that. They're just going to fucking lie to you. So like, a girl with a 20 lay count is just going to lie to you. Yeah, just fucking lie to you. So like, what's the point of fucking asking, right? Like, what's the point of, like, guys worry about this so fucking much, and they always overestimate, right? Like, someone here, I'm pretty sure overwhelming majority of girls on dating apps have 30 plus body count. What you need to remember is that for every girl that has sex, she needs to have sex with a guy. So quite literally, unless we're like, we got to exclude like threesomes and homosexual relationships, like, the body count on average of women will be the exact same as men. So if you're saying the average body count of women on dating apps is 30 plus, then you need to realize that the average body count of men on dating apps is going to be 30 plus, right? So I don't think this is true. Like from the data that I have, even when you could argue that there's a selection bias, right? Like you're probably going to hook up with more girls that are more open to hook up and hence have high body counts on dating apps. I don't even find that. Like when I was using dating apps a lot, it's like, yeah, the average girl wasn't 30 plus leg count. And you could probably find this for yourself. Like, you know, we have students here with like fucking 300 plus leg counts from just dating apps alone. They'll tell you the exact same thing. Now, yes, you will find some super promiscuous girls. The girls might even open you that want to meet up. Yes, their body count's going to be high, but it's just not the average. So it's just something to like take a breath when we think about body count and just look at this from a more realistic perspective. That yes, if it's like 20 and they're young, that's high. It's a red flag. They're probably like super promiscuous, or they're looking for validation, or there's something else going on that they're like breaking the norms of society. There's something happening there. But that doesn't mean that like 5 is too high, and it doesn't mean that every girl is like this. So yeah, that's
what's your recommendation for guys? What body count would you say?
100%. I would say you treat a relationship very casual at first, and then you're more likely to get her true side and her true answers. So if you just tell her like, yeah, I'm seeing other girls and this is fun and blah, blah, and then you ask her like, yeah, you're seeing other guys, right? She's more likely to tell you yes. And if you say, this is the way I ask it, I'm like, look, I'm not going to judge you. I prefer like more experienced girls when it comes to like sex, but like how many guys have you been with? I'm curious. If it's low, I promise I won't judge you. Right. And so the girls are more like, well, it's only 5. I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, 5's okay. Right. Like we work at that. That's more likely. Now, I don't know many guys are able to do that, but what I'd say is like, look to see her behaviors outside of a number. I used to be with a virgin. She was Christian. I just fucked her in the ass the entire time. But like that girl would super promiscuous, super open-minded, right? Like she should be. Yeah, poor girl.
Poor Christian girl. Fuck.
Yeah, but dude, this girl was a whore. I'm telling you, bro. Like she would just.
By the way, if I don't know, nobody knows this, but Mark's cock is absolute. It's like several inches above the I think Congo or whatever average penis size.
That's true. I got a high count
weapon. Yeah.
High centimeter count. It's so yeah. Like I would just look to see how promiscuous this girl is. Like not just the number, because some girls will do this thing where like they will suck 1,000 dicks, but they're like, oh, but I haven't slept with anyone, right? Like so. Just look at how I think in the literature they call it like socio-sexual orientation or socio-sexual openness. That's like just see how fucking like promiscuous this girl seems to be. Like if she's out at parties and making out with a bunch of dudes or something, that's more important to me than like her actual leg count, even if it's 2. So yes, rant over.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed the higher the body count, the more boyfriends, the more situationships, the more like I don't say trauma, but there is more trauma around. Men and relationships. There seems to be just more issues to have to deal with within your own relationships, like preconceived assumptions and issues. It's just a little bit more difficult to deal with a girl who's had like 6, 7 boyfriends, 20 body counts, then like 2, 3, and maybe 1 boyfriend.
Johnny's going off in chat. Johnny, you can just look at data on this, my man. So I agree. There's a small amount of the population that are having sex with each other. I agree. But you said like all these girls are having sex with the same guy. That would mean that like 3 girls is sleeping with 1 guy. He would need to have 3 times the body count of those girls on average. So like if you're saying the average girl on Tinder has a 30 leg count.
And by the way, real quick, if you want to be one of those guys, join the Mastermind. And you can join ROP, a boot camp this summer. If you want to be one of those few guys that are having the 3 lace to 1.
Yeah. So yeah, there's all data on this that's very clear. So you can just look that up, Johnny. It's not the case that the average girl on Tinder has a 30 leg count. And you also said here the average girl under 25 has a body count of 20 or more. Like where are you getting this from? Like, this is just a feeling that you have, and it's probably not based on your own experience. A lot of guys aren't sleeping with a lot of women and finding out the actual body count. And so it's like, and then again, for every girl that sleeps with a guy, you need a guy to sleep with her. So you're indicating the average male leg count's really high. Like, you can just look at data on this. Absolutely willing to bet money on that. I've banged over 100 on Tinder. Okay, let's bet money on it, my man. We can just look up a study right now that asks men and women how many people they sleep with, and what you'll find is women underreport it slightly and men overreport it slightly, but you get like the rough middle there. And the average leg count of like an American man or woman is like 6 or 7. So that's going to drop under 25, especially recently. There's a lot less sex happening between men and women. So yeah, I mean, you don't need to be emotional about it. You can just like look at the data and see. Okay, high body count. Let's put that in S tier.
And I think it's important to also say, even a low body count girl can still cheat on you. So,
oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, like there is. If you look at the data once again, right? If you look at virgins, they are actually pretty low. And the argument there is that, you know, they typically like super religious, they're sheltered. There's a bunch of other factors, but like as soon as you break like virgin status, then the cheating rate is fairly similar, and it does go up when you get really high. But between, as I said, like 4, 5, 7, I did a video on this once. It's all pretty similar. Okay, OnlyFans.
Yeah, stay away.
Yep. The only exception here, the only exception might be is if she's got like a cooking OnlyFans or something. Okay, if you find a girl who's like, I have an OnlyFans and I'm a chef actually, and this is how I make more money. Then
she's like a trad wife OnlyFans girl. Huh?
Trad wife, exactly. Yeah.
What if she's look? She does OnlyFans. She makes 100,000 a month, and she is hot as fuck. I mean, she's got some big, beautiful titties, a perfect body, great ass, and she's a nice girl. She's sweet.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Like, you might actually, to be fair, I know a lot of fucking OnlyFans girls. You know this. I did a podcast with one. I used to host the awards night here in Sydney for escorts and OnlyFans girls and all shit like that. So like, even honestly, like Bonnie Blue, right? Like, even when I met her, like she was just a chill girl. And she's like, look, I'm pretty shy and timid, and I just like staying at home. But you know, I put on a character for like marketing and stuff like that. Now, obviously, like, yes, that's a red flag. I'm not going to be with her. But like, my point is here, you don't have to just assume that every OnlyFans girl is just like some evil, fucking disgusting whore that is like, yeah, there's probably a lot of these girls that are just like, yeah, cool women that are business minded and have made a bunch of money off it. Now, I think OnlyFans in itself is a red flag because now they've just got a lot of fucking male attention. They've got like their naked body online constantly. There's like a lot of other issues that you'll face there. But I think like just because someone chooses to do OnlyFans doesn't make them like a horrible human being, right? Just to be clear.
You just don't have to wife them up.
Yeah, 100%. Unless it's a trad wife cooking only.
Trad wife with big ass
or there are some girls that like they might just do like non-sex content and stuff. I guess like that would be a little bit lower. Like if you just had girls posting like Instagram pics, but again, like even just like even girls just posting like that shit on Instagram, I think is a little bit of a red
like
flag,
feet. They're just posting their feet.
There you go. That's maybe a better example.
It's funny. I had this conversation with my main girl, this OnlyFans conversation. She's like, what about feet? What if you met me and like all I did was post feet? And I was like, oh shit. I'm gonna have to take your money, I'm gonna have to like manage that account. And I've always wanted to do a foot OnlyFans account. You know that. I've been trying to get photos of your feet for a while.
That's right. I've really listen, I could.
They
call me the foot king. They call me the foot king.
I know.
Listen, if this coaching thing ever doesn't work out, yeah, exactly. Not emotional, just saying the truth. There's actual data and facts on this, Johnny. You're literally just basing it off a guess of your own personal experience of sleeping with what you said it was 100 women, right? There's data that looks at thousands and thousands of women. And they do it in an anonymous environment, not where you're like, hey, what's your leg count? So yeah, I mean, you can just look at the data. I had my last relationship with a virgin who didn't show any of the red flags. And during the time we were meeting, she, in a range of 2 weeks, she dated 2 other guys and did go to one of the guys' homes. Yeah, she might have been lying about being a virgin, to be fair. How about working in like a...
She said, but didn't have sex. Then I guarantee she had something. She might have got fucked in the ass like Mark's Christian virgin.
Yeah, legit. Yeah, I honestly like...
Yeah, that's...
I really don't see a big difference between, like, if you have a girl that's like sucking dick, getting a pussy in and out, is like getting a fucking mouth spat on his shit, and then she's like, oh, but I didn't have any penetration. To me, it's like the same shit. Like, it doesn't fucking matter, right? Like,
you might as well get fucked, because it's
the same shit. Yeah, it's just like that's a red flag for me, actually, when girls are like, they do everything, they're like such whores, but they're like, oh no, but I'm saving my pussy or some shit. It's like, bro, like nothing magically happens when a penis enters you or something, right? Like, your character is still the same right now, your decisions or your openness is still the same, so it makes no fucking difference.
It's stretched out a little bit.
That's, dude, I've been with so many girls that have like had kids and shit before, like that shit bounces back. My last relationship was with a virgin. Oh yeah, I read that. The data is self-reported. You're basing it off self-reported data for yourself, but it's way more limited. It's way more biased. And Jesus Christ. And we're able to compare it to the men. Like, so we know that men aren't lying, right? Well, they might be, but they're exaggerating. So we can just find the number in the middle. We at least know it's not going to be under the men's number or over the girls' number. Like, you can find the middle there. So yes, it is self-reported, but it's way better data than you have. Okay, Johnny needs some help. All right, male orbit. So here I'd say, like, it depends on the type of orbit. If you have a girl that is just seeking validation and it's very obvious, she's just around a bunch of dudes that are really into her and they're like trying to flirt with her the whole time, and maybe she's flirting back or some shit, and you can just tell she loves the attention, big red flag. Okay. If you just have a girl that's like fairly social and she's got a lot of like female friends and a lot of male friends, then I think it's fine to have male friends in that social circle, or in that, if you want to call it, orbit. But I think here what we're trying to indicate is maybe like a more male-driven friendship circle that we're saying orbiting, so that is like into them or showing like flirtatious or preference, and either she's ignoring that, doesn't realize it, or she's just flat out enjoying it. I would say that's a red flag. I would say just simply having male friends isn't a red flag.
I mean, I think this is where we disagree a little bit. Yeah, I mean, if she has any male friends, that's no go. Absolutely a fucking no go. Like, straight up. Like, this is there's no negotiation, there's no compromise on this. It's just absolutely not happening.
What if you had a student that is like, yeah, I'm dating this girl, she's a lawyer. We live in New York together. We just moved in. And then you say, does she have any male friends? And the guy's like, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine, but is she willing to get rid of them right now for you? Simple.
No, she's not. No.
She got to go.
I don't know how you expect someone to have a more traditional relationship where she has zero.
Call that like traditional. That's
so,
like
what it is. If you, I think I brought this up before. If we were hanging out and I was chatting to your girlfriend,
that's okay. That's different.
So she's allowed male friends that you know.
What do you mean?
So like
we were at Tomorrowland, like
yeah.
I mean, you could talk to her. Thank you for asking. You could talk to her.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been nervous there. I was like, damn, I think I spoke to her without asking. Yeah, I mean, okay, I'll give you my viewpoint because I think I kind of understand yours, right? Like, I think we're after different things in a relationship. Like, you want something that is like, you have a girl basically staying at home, eventually like looking after the kids, you're the sole provider. Like, I would say that like you guys are fairly introverted, right? So like It's not as if you're going out and you've got like friends you're seeing every single night and partying a bunch or some shit. And so like, I think it'd be weird in your case if your girl, like, where would she get these male friends? Like, that would mean she has to go out by herself and like interact with guys and then like grab their Instagram or something and like hang out with them.
Or like, you know, like a boxing class, or like she has like Muay Thai, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So I guess like, so that maybe that could be an example, right? Like, say she goes to Muay Thai classes and like, she's like, oh yeah, I met this guy.
My coach, one of the coaches teaching the class is a guy. Is that okay?
Yeah, is that okay?
And I say, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, okay. And what if she came home and was like, oh yeah, the guy that coaches, he's got a kid and his name is David as well. How crazy is that? Would you be like, why the fuck did you speak to?
Yeah, I'd be like, what kind of conversation is this? Is this Muay Thai or? Because I know during Muay Thai you're fighting, you're not talking about your life.
Yeah, what if like when I used to do Muay Thai, we'd like stretch it in the class and we'd all chat. Like, what if it was that?
Yeah.
Okay. See, like I would consider that a friend.
She did come home like, oh, like stretching, you know, during stretching, or so the coach said this or that, and I go, is he stretching you out and having a conversation? You know what I mean? Like, literally, that actually happened during stretching. It's so funny you said stretching.
That's funny. And yeah, I guess like,
no, we were all stretching, but the whole class was talking. I go, okay, that's all right, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess like my relationship.
I'm not like, if she's like talking to the male coach or something, I'm like, get the fuck back in the fucking house and angry. You know what I mean? I'm not like that. It's like, I just like gauge a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on? Are you like talking after like class or something? No, it's just like doing, you know, punching the bags. So like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like from my personal experience, I like an extroverted girl, right? I like someone, because I'm fairly extroverted. I like someone that I can go out with, be at a party, and not have to like worry about her, right? Like, I love that she can, you know, chat to my sister or my sister's husband or like my friends. Yeah, I think that's nice. And obviously, like my girl works in an office,
yeah, I'm sorry. We went to like Tomorrowland. There's, you know, there's guys I know and other girls. Like, I wouldn't be like, okay, well, we can't hang out here because, you know, there's a guy in the group or something. Or like I remember, you know, Josh was talking to her. Like, I'm not like worried or, you know, like, hey, this against the rules or something. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like separate. Like, you know, I'm doing this live stream and she's hanging out with guy friends somewhere.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. Yeah. If I was in a relationship with a girl that had like previous guy friends,
yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
If I was in a relationship with a girl that had previous guy friends, then yeah, I'd want to meet the guys and see what the interaction's like for sure. So like right now, like my girlfriend is friends with her like best friend's boyfriend, right? And now like I'm actually probably closer with him now. We hang out a lot. Like that would be a situation where, yeah, that's like completely chill. Like I have no problem with that. But I think what you're alluding to, if I'd assumed that was like, yeah, so my girlfriend is hanging out with Jake again for the third weekend in a row. And I'm like, who's Jake? Oh, just like a work colleague that I hang out with a bunch of you. Met Jake? No, she doesn't really want me to meet him or something. Then it's like, oh, fuck. Okay. Like that is, I mean, hopefully then no one's that blind, but that's obviously a huge red flag.
Yeah, absolutely. And like a couple, like we hang out as us four. We're couples hanging out. Like,
all right, we have Johnny Marcus. Question for you. It's with a K, by the way. What do you think the average body count is for a 25-year-old who uses dating apps in Australia, USA? If you had to guess, well, we can look at the data once again, my man. So the average leg count of like a 25-year-old in US and America is probably like 5. And then if you look at the amount of women that use dating apps in America or Australia, I actually don't know what that number is. We can look that up. Percentage of women using dating apps in America. So it's like 30 to 40% of women in the US use dating apps, with usage significantly higher among women under 30. Okay, so 50% of people under 30 are using dating apps. That's higher than I thought. Holy fuck. That's a lot. So yeah, like I feel like in your mind, you think that there's like 10% of girls and it's all the ones that fuck. Even if we assumed that the top 50% lead count of women are the ones on dating apps, then still the average, what do we say, gets bumped up to like 7 or 8? Like it might increase by like 50%. So yeah, I mean, I can't give you a specific number. It wouldn't be 30, right? Like that's absolutely insane. It wouldn't be 30. So I can, after the stream, I can look at this a little bit more. He's saying that the average lead count of a girl on Tinder in America is 30 plus. And I was like, there's no way the average is 30 plus. That means like, if there's a girl and then there's a virgin, the next girl is 60. It's crazy.
I did research into this. I was doing online dating before Tinder, and then when Tinder came, I recently had 100 and something lays from Tinder in 3 months. I asked these questions, and it's typically between 5 and 12, 5 and 13, but generally like 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah,
I mean, it's rare that every girl is like, I'm 30, I'm 30, I'm 30, I'm 30. Yeah. That's pretty rare.
Like I'm it makes me so interested, the bias. Like I'd be curious to ask
Johnny, that's what we're talking about, is girls from Tinder that are coming
over.
Yeah,
I just said like I just looked up Google. I don't know the actual study, but it said like 20 to 40% of women use dating apps, and under 30 it's 50%. But again, like I'm using data to come up with this, tagged on with my personal experience. So like when I was using dating apps, like if I met a girl that was like, I've been with 3 guys, the chances that the next girl said I've been with 60 to meet that average. Or if I slept with 3 girls in a row, there was like, I've been with 10, 10, and 10. I'm not expecting the next girl to be like 100 or more. I don't know what the average that would work out to be. But like, yeah, I'd be curious. You said you slept with 100 women. I'd be curious for each of those girls what their lead count was if you were actually tracking it. All right, let's go with pronouns on IG. So this is like they, them.
All right. Well, I mean, stay away, obviously. Right?
Yeah, no, I mean,
no, don't do this. Do not tell guys to fuck with women with pronouns.
I'm trying to think if. The thing is, I just don't know many women. Like, would you include if they wrote she, her?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, I don't think I know any women with they, them. With she, her, how many girls do I know with she, her? I really don't know many. I mean, you just got to expect that this girl's probably going to be like feminists, like lefty,
easy lay, right?
Yeah, I mean, true. Or actually, to be fair, maybe like Swedish. I don't know. Is it big in Sweden? Do they do the whole pronoun thing?
I've never seen Swedish girls do that.
Yeah, I don't. This would be like, I guess, a yellow flag for me. I just wouldn't know what to expect from these girls. To be fair. Johnny, are you retarded? He's not retarded. He's just a bit biased, which is fair.
Mm-hmm.
You'd probably put this stay away. It's probably.
I can't imagine like marrying a woman and then just putting her fucking pronouns in her bio. You know what I mean? Like, this is my wife. You know? Yeah, she does it. She puts pronouns because she's fucking retarded. You know?
Yeah, I honestly don't know where I stand on this. In all honesty, because I'm thinking that there might be some girls that are just left-leaning, which wouldn't be like a huge red flag for me if they just had she, her. But if it came with like her just being like a feminist, that'd be super annoying. So yeah, I don't know enough girls that do this. Therapy. So okay, I kind of combined a bunch here. We can talk about it at different levels, but this is girls that like receive therapy, on antidepressants, have like a diagnosis, an actual real diagnosis. So either like depression, anxiety, bipolar, personality disorder. I'm not sure if I separated any of these. I think I cut it down. Where would you put this?
Well, that's, I mean, I don't know if she had some traumatic event when she was younger or whatever. She's going to therapy for that. I wouldn't necessarily like, I need to stay away from this bitch. But I've known women that that didn't have any like traumatic experiences, but she still just goes to therapy 3 times a week. And I always ask, like, why? And it's like, I don't know. It's just like, just random reasons why. Like, because it's good. People should do that. And it's like, not really. But they're always fucked up. I don't know. It's just very suspicious. It's very fucking weird. And I don't know. Some therapists are fucking retards and give horrible advice. You get into a relationship with this girl, she vents to her female lesbian therapist about this. You know what I mean? Who's divorced, who hates men. And she's telling your girl what to do in your relationship and maybe to push back against your authority and what you want. I just don't think that's good because yes, friends will do that, but a therapist has authority. It makes it worse that it's a therapist. And I was going through some reels, and this girl was talking about how she went to therapy. It was good for her. She thought she needed it. But when she got into a relationship, the therapist kept saying, like, you got to get rid of this guy. He's abusive, all this. She's like, really? Oh my God, I didn't realize this. Broke up with that guy, recommended that therapist to her friend. The therapist told that friend to break up with that guy. And then like years later realized that the therapist was just an angry lesbian divorced woman. And she got back with the husband. So like I've heard a lot of stories about this, and a lot of therapists are just retards. You know what I mean? With a lot of authority.
Yeah, I mean, I agree and disagree. So I agree. If you have a bad therapist, it's probably better not having a therapist at all. And that's why, like, even ChatGPT, I know a lot of people use that for therapy now. I think if you are in a situation like that girl where she's maybe a little bit like narcissistic, or she just wants to avoid responsibility, ChatGPT is going to be your favorite therapist because it's just going to tell you like the guy's toxic, it's all his fault. You go queen, you're the best. And so like if you have a therapist like that, it's honestly better not having one at all. That being said, like I've met girls that like have literally said like, I'm like, why? I've asked them like, are they seeing other guys? Like, you know, why they're on Tinder, blah, blah. And I've had girls tell me before, like my therapist told me I should go out there and meet more people and have more sex. And I was like, yeah, interesting. And she was like, yeah, she said, I'm just like being too sheltered. And I got hurt once and I just kind of just shut everything down. I had another girl that was like raped, and she's like, yeah, my therapist said I need to actually go out there and start meeting people again and expose myself to this and blah, blah. And I'm like, that's actually like really great advice, really. I have a really good friend that got couples counseling, and basically the therapist was just laying into the girl and being like, you need to take more responsibility and blah, blah. So I think you can have really good therapists. I agree that therapists are just fucking people. So like any profession, like we even see in this niche, right? Most of them are just going to be bad. So you either need to find someone that's like highly recommended, or be able to like shop around and find someone that's actually good. And yeah, like if there's a girl that is just like, yeah, my therapist just yes girls me for everything I say, then that's probably a big red flag. I think in terms of conditions or disorders, then I think this is almost like S tier or A tier, in that someone with depression or anxiety is just going to make the relationship very burdensome. Like you just need to realize that if they don't have it taken care of, there's a lot to manage. And then obviously any personality disorder is that's definitely like an S tier. It's a massive thing. Like it, a personality disorder is really tough. Like that girl either has to be like at the back end of a lot of therapy and essentially like solved a lot of the issues that she might be facing. That otherwise, I mean, I put that S tier. So I think, yeah, basically therapy in general, it can be really positive. I think if the girl is getting like positive therapy where she's like, yeah, I feel great, but it's to help me like manage my mindsets and have more emotional control, then I think that's not even neutral. I think that's positive. But if she's like depression, anxiety, personality disorders, then yeah, you have to be really, really careful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, bipolar girls are great for your rotation. This is fun. It's interesting. Great. Like the best sex ever. Like if I rank like the best sex, girls, the most skilled, the most fun, I mean, they all had some sort of personality disorder. Like the healthiest, like mentally healthiest women were like the most boring in bed. But they're exhausting. I'm sure you met a few girls.
Oh yeah, dude, the crazy one's the best part. Jesus Christ, yeah,
fucking insane.
Fucking insane, yeah. They're the most fun. That could be the problem. Yeah, that can be the problem.
So much fun. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it. It was amazing. It was so much fun, but it's exhausting. It is exhausting. It's a 24/7 job, and you cannot tame them. Like, it's just not going to work. They're never going to be fully healed. You're going to have like a peaceful, healthy, long-term relationship with them. It's not going to happen.
Blue said if she's going to therapy, she has some sort of mental going on, best to stay away. Yeah, just keep in mind, like, I would dive deeper into just therapy. I honestly think that 99% of the women that I've met or know, like, would benefit from an amazing therapist. Actually, guys too, right? I think 99% of people will benefit from like an amazing therapist. So yeah, I 100% believe that. Even like a lot of the coaching I do is really based on therapeutic techniques, right? Like, I've studied a lot into like ACT therapy and things like that, for example. Like, it's not sitting there and being like, here are my problems and blah, blah, blah. A lot of it's like, how do I like fucking manage my emotions, and how do I take the actions that I want to take and move things forward? I mean, technically, like, that's therapy. So yeah, like, just because someone is getting therapy, it depends what they're getting therapy for. It's going to be very rare that you find someone that's like living a healthy life and is like, look, I just think it helps me and it's grounding.
Imagine your girl had, when she was like 17 or 18, and she was at home and people broke in and like murdered the whole family and then raped her, and it's like, well, we gotta stay away from that bitch.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. It's the reason why, right? Like, if you had a girl that was like, look, I have a bit of imposter syndrome, right? I keep using the lawyer example, right? I'm a lawyer at this big company, and sometimes I feel like, I don't belong. And so I went to saw a therapist and helped me out with that. Like, that's not going to be something where I'm like, oh shit, you're seeing a therapist, red flag, what the fuck? So yeah, and I know a lot of girls that have done like some psychedelic therapy and shit. And yeah, I think a lot of that is just like positive. They're just like trying to improve their lives, and not necessarily like they're at -10 and they're trying to improve themselves. Like, they're at 0 and they're just trying to better themselves. So I think that type of therapy is perfect. Then abusive ex.
So is this she, like, all her exes were abusive and so
yeah, right? Yeah, I was gonna say every girl's ex is abusive.
Which is this is very common. My ex was abusive. My ex, I don't know. I think I've heard this from almost every woman.
Every girl, yeah.
Every girl.
It's so rare to hear a girl just be like, actually, no, my ex was really nice and he's a nice guy and it was lovely, and like things worked out like for most of the time, but we just kind of grew apart. And
what the fuck did you do to that guy? Because you did some horror. Like, that guy is probably fucking. He's probably in therapy right now. I don't know. This is tough. This is tough because if you talk to any girl, even a kind of mentally sane, somewhat healthy woman, she will describe, she may not go crazy, like, he was the worst, he did all these things to me, and he really didn't. But she'll kind of paint the ex as not a good guy, let's say. Maybe not abusive, but not a good guy. I think that's super common. It's going to be hard to like avoid women like that. But if she's like, every guy that I've ever been with was physically and mentally abusive, and he manipulated me, and he was a narcissist, and guess what? You're next. Okay. Like, you are not even after the relationship, maybe a month into the relationship, you're going to be a narcissistic abuser. So I would probably avoid that.
Yeah, I'd put this under need more info. I think like most girls are going to say it. If it was just like the relationship didn't work out, so she wants to like label him that way, sure. But yeah, if it is actually like he's in prison and I have an AVO or something, then she probably is really bad at picking guys. And there's probably yeah, and yeah, either you're not going to be able to create enough drama for her and she'll try to find it, or like, yeah, there's probably something going on with an attachment style there that isn't great. So that would be a red flag, but I think it just needs more info because, like, as Swift said, like most girls are going to say this, so it might not be that indicative for you of like the behaviors that are to come. But yeah, on an extreme level, red flag. On a, oh, my ex was an asshole, yeah, it's probably like most girls are just going to say that. Girls' night out. So this would be, we can exaggerate this a little bit. This would be girls that are going out with their girlfriends and partying, like, let's say every second weekend.
Oh, second weekend, not every weekend, every other weekend.
Well, I mean, I don't know how common that is for guys that have a girl that is going out every weekend. I think it's probably going to be more like every second weekend or third weekend or something.
I would say stay away for sure. Absolutely. You don't need that in a relationship.
Yeah, this is where we're going to disagree. I agree with this. If the girl's going out like every second weekend and she's going to party, like, it seems to me that she doesn't really want a relationship. It sounds like she just wants to go party. And then also I'd be concerned of like what that partying looks like. If it's going out drinking and going out at clubs and shit, like if this is girls' night out, like we're going to Christine's place and we're having a sleepover and watching movies, like that's completely fine. But if she's like going out to clubs where there's a bunch of other dudes giving like attention, then this is bad. But this is where we might disagree. I don't mind if my girl has a girls' night out, right? Like, so if it's her friend's like birthday and like they're going to the club or something and she invites my girl and it's like, yeah, it's her 30th birthday or some shit, I'm not going to be like, you have to stay home or some shit. I think that's fine. This is more of a non-event going out with girls to party and drink. Yeah, that would be a stay away.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's just safer to say no girls' night out, right?
Yeah, I think we just differ where we're going in relationships.
Your wife was like, "No, I'm doing it anyway. I'm gonna have girls' night out," and like,
yeah, I mean, I trust my girl to like go out with her girlfriends and shit.
Would it be better if she didn't? I don't know.
Would it be better if she didn't? I don't think so, right? Because if I weigh up the things here, like I want my girl to be like happy. You know what I mean? And so like if she's missing her best friend's birthday because I told her like she has to stay home,
I would ask her why do you have friends that are, I don't know, having a birthday party in a fucking club?
Yeah, again, I don't think that's a problem at all, right? Like I again, like maybe I pick more extroverted girls, but
I don't think it's extroverted.
Like I had my birthday, we went out for dinner and then went out for drinks after, right? Like, I mean, I did that.
Oh, that's fine. Well, you could do that. We're talking about her.
Yeah, but I have no problem with that. You know what I mean? Well, you're talking about her friends. Like, I have no problem with her friends that choose to have like a 30th birthday and go out for drinks, right? It's like, yeah, seems pretty acceptable.
Yeah, but that's not going to be the case for most guys. The girl's going to go out every once in a while, go to Vegas, go to... Like, if your girl has to like dress up and like kind of a little bit more sexy or revealing clothes to go to a birthday party, I think you should keep her at home. Straight up. There's no need for that. If she's going to go like to a cafe or to a restaurant and like dress modestly, then whatever, that's fine. Why is she dressing up like, you know what I mean? If my girl was like, hey, it's time to go to like my, I don't know, my whore friend's fucking birthday party at the club, and she's wearing like revealing clothes, I'm like, what is this? Like, why?
What do you consider revealing? Are you like acting as your grandfather, or is she wearing like actually like whorish clothes?
I mean, I don't know, like a fucking skirt or something, a little dress.
She's wearing a skirt.
Maybe
I can see this girl's kneecaps. What the fuck is this shit?
Like, if I can see her knees are a little bit above her knees, like her thighs, it's like, like if it's tight around the ass, maybe cleavage is showing. It's like, what kind of birthday party is this? Are you going to like a whore's birthday party? You know what I mean? This is what I would ask.
Yeah, but so again, I think different preferences. Yeah, I have no problem with my girl going out for a drink with her friends for a birthday.
I'm not saying if you guys are okay with it, you know, in the chat, like you're horrible people or something. You know what I mean? I just look at it as what's more optimal? Like if I could just choose girls' night out or no girls' night out, and I could just push a button, what would you push? You know, chat. I would push no girls' night out, right?
But, okay, what if now
if you don't have that authority in your own like fucking relationship or marriage, then I would have to like kind of reflect a little bit. You know, why don't I have like that authority, that influence, to just the power to just say no? And the girl says, okay. Do
you think your girl will be sad sitting at home, missing her best friend's birthday?
No, because it depends on where's her birthday. Is it at a restaurant?
No, I just said that we're going out for drinks.
At a club?
A bar, but yeah, for this example, sure. Let's say it's a club.
I mean, no bar, no night game spots. Okay, let's put it that way. Okay, if it's a spot, I would go night game. It's a no.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. I mean,
that's your preference.
Reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck. I trust my girl. I like her friends. If they were to go out for a drink and shit.
Yeah, but trust is a different thing. You could trust, like I trust my girl, but if you surround her with feminist whores and she's going out to the club, it just
that's different. Yeah, I mean, if I fucking hated her friends and they were all feminist whores, then I wouldn't be with her. I mean, that'd be enough for a red flag not to be with a girl if I didn't like her friends. To be fair,
I think we have that in.
Yeah, we have that. Yeah. All right. Work husband.
Don't. This has got to be a stay away, right? You got to agree with me on this one. Right?
I would agree. If this is like a flirtatious vibe or some shit, then yeah, obviously. Once again, like
the word work husband, I'm throwing her out the fucking window. Okay, like I don't need to investigate the level of flirtatiousness of the situation. If she says my work husband, she's out the window immediately. I don't need to investigate how much flirting is going on at work with your work husband, right?
See, the thing here is I used to be the work husband back when I used to do nursing like fucking 15 years ago or something. I was the work husband to everyone, but like back then I was a fucking loser. I actually was just a platonic work husband. Like,
look at you now. Look at you now.
Yeah, look at me now. Look at me now.
Now she meets the work husband years later, and he's fucking 800 lay account or whatever, and he's
that's true.
Yeah, that's kind of dangerous.
I guess like what I'm trying to say is like, yeah, if she's using work husband, that's some fucked up language. But like if she has a male friend at work, again, like this goes back to the male orbit. Like I think that can be completely fine. If there's like women can have like platonic male friends, like that can be fine. But yeah, if she's calling him like work husband, if they're hanging out a bunch after work and or they're messaging and like you've never met him and she doesn't want you to be like they're probably like fucking, right? So that would be like a breakup situation. But yeah, I guess my point is here, like it's okay to have like male friends at work. Conspiracy theorist.
This is neutral. This is good, actually. This is good. It show. Whoa. What the fuck is going on here? Listen, this shows that she's open-minded. She's critical. Okay, she's challenges other authority, other power. And she's open. I mean, she's open.
Okay. Question. You go on a date with a girl, Swift. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She rocks up. She says, "You know what? I'm a very critical, open-minded thinker. Do you know what? Man didn't land on the moon." That was a lie. It was a lie.
Yeah. What do you know about that? I'll tell you what I know about that.
It was a lie. Is this a red flag or no?
No, of course not.
Okay, then she says, "You know what? The Earth is flat. Do you know that? Everyone tries to tell us it's round. Like if it was round, we'd fall off the Earth. Like what about people at the bottom? They just fall off. This is stupid. The world is obviously flat."
Oh God, that would turn me on so much. Like she's a fucking idiot, you know.
Would you think she's intelligent, open-minded, and critical thinker?
I'm gonna fuck her so good tonight. Like if she says that shit, like, I'm getting turned on. I'm like, you're an idiot.
All right, and then she says, "You know what? They're putting fluoride in the water. You know that's for crowd control. They're trying to kill us off with the fluoride in the water."
I'd be like, "Yeah, I know that already. Yeah, I do know that. Yeah, that's cool that you know that too."
There was like an ancient civilization that built the pyramids. You know that, right? Like they actually came down here as aliens. They built the pyramids, and
aliens,
that's how they existed.
I don't know that. Well, I understand that you saw those documentaries, and they're very compelling. But aliens did not build an ancient civilization did, but not the aliens for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the pyramids are a lot older than 12,000.
And then you ask her like, hey, on all these things that you kind of learned about, like this very critical thinking, intelligent, open-minded girl, did you read any counterfactual stuff on this? Did you look up any studies? And she's like, no, actually, it was on TikTok. I saw it on TikTok. Actually, is where.
Okay, I'm like, hey, you're a beginner, you're a rookie here. I'm going to show you the way. I'm going to give you some resources so we could critically think a little bit better and get to the bottom of why they're putting fluoride in the water.
And what if she says, excuse me, you don't know what you're talking about. All right, I do. You just. Listen, I know what I'm talking about. Okay,
that's not a conspiracy theory thing. That's an attitude thing. I don't like the way that you're talking. And if you talk,
okay, what if she says, actually, thank you so much for the advice, but I think maybe your sources are a little bit corrupt, and maybe you've been brainwashed by the media. So actually, no, the world is flat, and fluoride is killing us all, and the aliens did build the pyramids.
That would be a little bit interesting to battle that out and like kind of sway her over time. No, but I think this is a great thing, right?
Okay, like, for me, this is a.
What's the opposite? So, the opposite is I watch like liberal mainstream media. It's clearly all orchestrated. It's all fake, and that's what I believe. That's my reality. Is what they want me to know.
What if you met a girl that was like, do you know what? When it comes to fluoride, I'm actually a little bit unsure here. I've read a lot of studies that it seems fine, but there are a couple of studies that are correlated between. Like a slight drop in IQ and fluoride exposure. So it seems like on the average that it's probably just beneficial because it is a health benefit and improves like dental hygiene. But yeah, maybe some more research needs to be done in this. What would you think of that goal?
I would be like, did we really have an urgent need to like improve our teeth slightly? Like, did we need that so bad? We're dumping chemicals into the water. I don't know about that. A little bit suspicious, don't you think?
So someone said there's retarded conspiracy theorists and people who entertain plausible. Yeah, 100%. Like, I think conspiracy gets a bad rap. When I look at conspiracy theories, I just assume it's someone that's read one side of the facts and has no idea what they're talking about and has no critical thinking skills whatsoever. But like conspiracy theory is fun. Like it's way more fun to believe aliens built the pyramids, right? Like that's super interesting. I think there are some conspiracies that are valid or true or worth like exposing. There was a conspiracy of vaccines, right? So there was a scientist that wanted to sell his. Was it measles, mumps, and rubella or something vaccine? And so he lied and said the other vaccine caused autism. He ended up admitted to lying. He, I think, got put in prison. His work got taken down. That's a conspiracy that was true. Like he did lie about that.
But what about the conspiracy that they conspired to like lock this guy up because he was speaking the truth? We got to think
so
about
that's retarded. So that becomes retarded because there's a meta-analysis that looks at thousands of studies with thousands of examples of people that show that there is no link between autism and vaccines at all, not even a correlation.
So there's like vaccines are perfectly safe and healthy.
No, that's not what I said. I said a link between autism. There's a meta-analysis that was done, was it last year or the year before? Something like that, that found absolutely no link. And the only evidence was from a guy that admitted he lied, that was sent to prison. And his study was on 12 children compared to I think it's like that meta-analysis, I think has like a million people in it or something crazy. Sorry, wrong tab. So anyway, I would say need more info. If this person is just like critically thinking, then I think that's great. If she thinks the world is flat and we didn't land on the moon, then that is a fun sex situation, but that would drive me crazy to be in a relationship with. Drama.
Yeah, I think it's a positive thing. But
drama.
Oh, drama. Like always in the middle, some situation.
Yeah, always creating in the middle. There's drama, and the thing is, like, it seems like drama follows her. Like, if girls are really good at this, it doesn't actually look like they're creating it from like a naive standpoint. It's just kind of like their friends are bitches. Work is like rude to her. The lady at the cafe was mean, and she needs to speak to the manager. Like, if girls are really good at the whole drama thing, it doesn't even look like she created it, but it just follows her everywhere.
Yep. I mean, this is going to be a stay away.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if like I said, I've had casual things, rotation girls. I enjoyed some of the drama. I've had, like, before I came here, I had girls like show up at my apartment, like, if I could get through security somehow, you know, knock on my door, let me in now, I need to get fucked. It's like, I kind of enjoyed that a little bit. But if we're talking about like a relationship, I like peace. I don't want any drama. Okay, I want healthy, peaceful relationship. It's not good. It may feel good to get that drama, you know. A lot of guys feel like the girls are really into them the more like dramatic they are. You know what I mean? Like, it's like validation, this attention, and I guess that's one way they view like how much the girl really likes them. But it's unhealthy, and you should try to avoid that. And look, a non-dramatic, peaceful woman might feel a little bit more boring. But guess what? Long term, a little bit more boring is going to be much better than a lot of drama.
Yeah. And I think not only do they think the girl's more into him, but they think they're more into the girl, because now you're constantly on this girl's mind. Like, she's back and forth, she's hot and cold, she just flaked. It's like, fuck, now I need help. Like, if you just have a goal that is like stable and he's meeting up with you and things are fine, you never have to have her on your mind all the time. You never have to think about it. You never have to ask for advice. But like, this girl that creates all the drama and flaked, and now she's hot and cold, and now she doesn't know if you really like her, but now she likes you. You're going to think like, damn, I must really fucking like this girl. It's all I can think about right now. But it's just because she's creating drama. So, hyper independent.
Yeah. Oh man.
I don't need no man.
Like, I think my perspective is going to be a little bit more extreme here, maybe a little bit too extreme for other guys. Like, for me, it would be like, stay away. But I can see a girl that's a little bit hyper independent. It's not like the end of the world. You can manage that. You could work with that a little bit. But there's a lot of guys who love a really hyper independent woman, because it kind of takes away a lot of responsibility for them as a man to manage or lead the relationship. And they could take a little bit more of a passive or submissive role to the woman, and it may feel good, but over time, I mean, it's just going to fucking destroy you. Okay, like, the woman's going to destroy you. She's going to start complaining about how you're not, pulling your weight, you're not doing it enough, and you're thinking, oh, well, I thought this is what you wanted. You're hyper independent. I was just giving you what you wanted to make you happy. But eventually, it doesn't work out very well for these guys who need that. Like, for me, it's stay away. But I don't know if you want to put in red flag.
Yeah, put a red flag. I think like relationships are going to really work well when there's a sense of polarity between like the feminine and the masculine. A girl can be hyper independent if it's compartmentalized in certain parts of her life. So, for instance, maybe at work, she's hyper independent. She doesn't really rely on anyone. She's able to get her shit done. She doesn't need help. She's able to do that. But if she comes home and acts that way, then yeah, it's going to create some conflict at some point in that relationship. It always links into this avoiding vulnerability to thing. Like, hyper independence usually comes from something, right? It's usually an attachment style. Like, she's learned that I can't rely on other people. When I rely on other people, I get hurt or things don't go very well. So if you're in a relationship where her whole demeanor and her whole coping thing is basically like, I've learned I cannot rely on anyone, then how are you meant to have a relationship with someone else, right? If there's no interplay there at all. So that would be a big red flag for me in terms of like attachment style. I'll put it red flag. It might be like stay away a bit. As long as she's able to like soften up with you and have that polarity with you, it's fine. But yeah, it's definitely a red flag.
If she doesn't need you, then you're going to be very easily replaceable.
What about masculine jobs like lawyers? Yeah, again, 100%. This would tie into, I'd almost need to know more, but or maybe like yellow flag. If a girl earns more than you just by the data, that's like going to be a red flag. And then also yeah, if she's like hyper independent, which a lot of these jobs require, it can be tough. That being said, dude, I've met so many like doctors, lawyers, shit like that in high power positions that then like with a man are just like super feminine, submissive, like absolutely. So that's why it might be more like yellow flag or need more info. But if she is actually like hyper independent, because like really what you're asking is like lawyer kind of points to this. But if we already absolutely know this, then yeah, it's something to be careful of. Did you guys do green flags yet? I don't think we have. Have we done green flags? No.
Not yet. Maybe we'll put something together.
Add it to the list. Add it to the list. All right. Love bombing. So I actually. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually. Love bomb's like an extreme example. This could even just be subtle love bombing. So I think sometimes guys will meet a girl and the girl's like, oh my God, you're amazing. I can't believe I found you. And it feels really validating. It feels really nice. Okay. And, you know, maybe they're like, oh, I've never told anyone this, but I'm going to tell you. And oh, I was meant to hang out with my friends, but, you know, I'd prefer to see you and blah, blah, blah. I guess like that kind of is love bombing. But I feel like love bombing almost feels like this manipulative tactic of like, I'm going to like, oh, I'll show this guy, I'm going to validate. Girls just might actually just feel that way, but it's still a massive red flag. Like what it tells me is she's not very selective, or she's making a decision before actually getting to know me, which is also a bit of a concern. So you have to be really careful to manage this. Like it could almost be okay if she feels this way. And a lot of the time, if you're an attractive guy that, you know, manages dating pretty well, like a lot of girls may actually act this way. But it's a red flag because you can't fall into this. You can't then say like, yes, I know, I can't believe this. And yes, ditch your friends. We'll meet up again tomorrow night, the night after, and the night after that. Because as I said, it feels really validating the moment. But the minute you succumb to all of this, like love bombing, all this like good emotion, all that, like suddenly now you're going to feel needy. Suddenly now she's going to be like, well, hang on. Like that seemed a little bit too easy. And yeah, you're going to overinvest emotionally before you actually get to decide if this is the type of girl you want. So if a girl is like way too nice at first, way too loving, way too validating, it seems way good to be true, then slow the fuck down. Right? Let her chase, let her do her love bombing thing. That's fine, but just don't reciprocate that. So that would be like a be like a yellow flag based around your behaviors, basically.
Unless you gave her like 30 orgasms, okay, like you give her 30 orgasms, she's gonna love bomb you a little bit. But I notice the students that have this problem with women or within relationships are guys that seek validation constantly, that always need reassurance. They seek validation. They need validation. And the girls like notice that. They do see that. They're like, oh shit. So if I gave him a little validation, a little compliment, he's weak. I can see it in his eyes. He'll do anything I tell him to do, right? Because he gets addicted to the validation. So now I could strip validation. I could create space, and I could come right back and give validation and get what I want. So a lot of women, look, there's women that aren't evil, that if you're weak like this, they may kind of take advantage of it a little bit. And they may be like nice girls and everything generally. But a lot of women will do this. Like the whole like dynamic and relationship at some point is just them trying to get more out of you until it completely ends. You know what I mean? They get caught up in like, oh my God, I could get more. I could get more. He's going to buy me this. He's going to do this for me. I could have a little bit of control. But like you said, like you can't fall for the trap. Yeah. Okay. When girls do that, I go, oh, that's really nice and everything. I feel nothing. I don't take any actions. I don't say, oh my God. I just move forward. Right.
Nice. Therapy speak. So this is where they try to weaponize, I guess like they weaponize therapy speak in order to like avoid responsibility. The thing is, what's the most common one? When women are like, but that's how I feel. Like you're disregarding my feelings, or I'm not allowed to feel like. So you can have your feelings, but you need to appreciate that some of your feelings are just inappropriate or wrong, right? Like if you get home and I'm trying to think of an extreme example. You open the door and close it and it slams a little too loud. If your girl comes up to you and he's like, I am furious, what the fuck? The door slammed too loud, and she like, I don't know, we can keep this extreme. She slaps you across the face and he's like, what the fuck? And then you get mad, you're like, why the hell did you just yell and hit me? She's like, are you not acknowledging my feelings or some shit like that? Like whenever you get this retarded, like, I'm setting a boundary, these are my feelings, you need to acknowledge them, all this bullshit. This to me is like a huge red flag that this girl, one, she probably is being like way too therapized, right? But then two, like she is really good at avoiding responsibility through the whole idea of like how you should act.
And it can be like very similar manipulation tactics as some of the love bombing as well.
All right. I don't do hookups. So this was, we put in quotations. So these are girls that say, I don't do hookups while doing a hookup. I mean, I don't really care. I feel like this is like neutral. And this is more of an indication of just her trying to protect judgment from you, which I think is a healthy thing to do. I think if you were to ask a girl like, hey, I don't like a girl that sleeps around, like, I'm curious, do you sleep around? If she was to respond with, yeah, I sleep around all the fucking time, that's probably a red flag to me, right? Like, I know she's being honest, but it's a little bit retarded. Most girls are going to try to protect how you feel and protect how they feel, and are going to do the whole, like, I don't usually do this, I don't do hookups. Yeah, I put that as neutral. I would say, like, you don't really get this when you just have sexual authority and the girl trusts you and you're open with them. But if you're like an average guy running average game, then I think this is like neutral. Like, you're going to get this from most girls. Chronic lateness.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's yellow. It could go either way. It could just indicate she has absolutely no respect for you whatsoever. But also, I don't know, like, if girls really love you, they really respect you, they're going to be on time most of the time. Not all the time, because they're still women. You know, they're gonna be late sometimes. It fucking happens. But like a fucking lateness every once in a while, I don't take personally. I just go like, people are late sometimes, women are late sometimes. You know, they do their hair a little bit too long. Makeup takes too long, whatever. So it's not like that big of a deal, but she's late all the time, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I don't know. I would kind of like self-reflect a little bit on myself and be like, why doesn't she respect me at all? Is this a common thing? Is it just one single girl who's always late with me? Or is this a common thing? So like every other fucking girl is always chronically late with me. I would probably assume that I have absolutely no respect from any woman at all.
Yeah.
And I would probably have to go join the mastermind and like really work on myself quite a bit.
Yeah, I'd also be happy putting out like need more info. I get like, if you're German and the girl's chronically late, yeah, she probably doesn't give a fuck about you. If you're living on like Fijian Island, it's like everyone is late all the fucking time.
South America,
yeah, I think it just like depends. Yeah, is this an indication? That's why it may be yellow flag. Like, you need to ask, is this an indication of her level of respect for me? Or is this an indication of her chaotic lifestyle, right? Like, is this girl just, she's not organized for anything. She's super low conscientiousness. She hasn't got a life together. So yeah, if she's like late all the time, I'd be asking myself those questions. That's why it could almost be put in just like needs more info maybe. But daddy issues.
Oh, man, this one's tough for me. Okay, because this is tough. I like a girl with daddy issues, you know?
Sure.
Man, goddamn, this is tough because I've had a lot of women with daddy issues. And I've had very nice dynamics or relationships with girls with daddy issues. And a lot of the issues that you would think that would pop up never did. But I also understand women who have daddy issues and how to manage that, how to give them what they need. And I think I really fit the role for a lot of women who have daddy issues. So it just kind of works. I don't think that's going to be the case for the average guy or a lot of guys like watching this. Now, if I were to like look for a wife, I would probably stay away from that and actually look to see how her relationship with the father is. Is he a giant pussy? Is he in her life? Is he a good father? A masculine, strong father? Like, I would check up on that. And yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think you can have girls that have resolved their like attachment issues by the time you've started dating them. So yeah, I mean, I agree. It's kind of a tough one for me. I feel like there's a lot of girls that are going to have like.
Quick, I've had the other way around. There's something that we don't really think about. I've had girls with daddy issues who had actually really great fathers.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Usually we go like dad's not, in their life, or it was abusive. But I've had girls where the father was strong, masculine. He took care of the family. He's great, but they have daddy issues because they're trying to look for that standard. Okay. And it's hard to find. So they become like kind of dependent on like their guy or their boyfriend, their husband, to take care of them or to lead in the way that the father did. So it's like, it's daddy issues, but it's kind of reversed.
Yeah, I agree. Like, this is such a big bucket, right? Like, because it could be fathers that kept telling their girl that they're a princess and they're so beautiful, and now the girl thinks her only value is like beauty or something, or that she has like some unrealistic expectation of like her value and what, maybe she's a little bit entitled. You could have dads that just had really high standards and was like, no, you need a guy that's going to be absolutely like fucking amazing. You set up that threshold of like, I don't think I can ever get someone good enough. There's so many issues here that can come like from, attachment theory, basically, that are related to like the relationship between father and daughter. So I think like it's hard because it's the reason I'm putting in yellow is, sure, if it's like super obvious where it's like, my dad beat me up as a child and then he left me and now I've got all these emotional scars or something, right? But it's Swift side. Like, she could just be like, yeah, I think my relationship with my father is great, but yet she has all these issues. So I'll put a yellow flag. Yeah. Commitment, instability. This would be like a red flag. So this is a girl that has like never been able to hold down a relationship or is really avoiding relationships. Anything where she's not able to basically like commit to anything. Like, she's constantly like wanting to travel. She can't keep a job. It's pretty self-explanatory. Like, if she's not able to commit to anything, she's probably going to find it difficult to commit to you. So that'd be a red flag. Age.
So what is this?
I don't know what I meant by this, to be honest. How can we think about age? It could be, I guess here I'd make the argument. Yeah, like here I'd make the argument, if you're dating like a 60-year-old, okay, like she's probably going to go through retirement soon. There's a lot of changes that happen. No, I would say like if you're dating an 18, 19-year-old, then I'd keep in mind that this girl is going to go through some personality change and some life change in the next few years. The counter argument is that you can be a part of that change. So I guess she's a little bit more malleable. My argument here would be, find someone that's like a bit past the early 20s, like 24, 25, where she's already made a lot of those changes. And so the person you're looking at is like the person you're choosing, basically. There's also in the data that like massive age gaps are also like a bit of a red flag. But yeah, I think like age for the most part is fine. I'd probably just put it as like needs more info. Feminists.
I'm gonna stay away from that.
I mean, depends what type of.
Hold on, that's. Oh fuck! I was gonna say I have a story about a good feminist, but it turned out not very good. No, I dated a very very popular feminist, blogger, like thousands of fans. I mean, she was pretty well known in my area. Like, she would write things like, all sex is non-consensual type of thing. Essentially, like, if you have sex and you think you enjoyed it, you actually got raped. Like, that type of shit. And I remember like reading this shit, like, fucking, I said, bitch, you're fucking retarded. Like, I straight up in her DMs, you're a fucking retard. This shit is stupid. Okay. And we talked a little bit about this. And we met up. Okay. We met up and I spent like 2 or 3 weeks with her. Okay. In her place, in her home. And this woman was not feminist at all. She was incredibly submissive. She cooked, she cleaned. I mean, this is like one of the most like traditional conservative women I've ever been with in my life, which was shocking. Okay. Like we had to hide our relationship. Okay. Now we weren't in like a committed relationship or anything like exclusive. It was like, you know, a little casual. But she was great. She was amazing. So it was like a little bit confusing. But she lived a double life. Eventually she got pregnant, like got knocked up at a girls' night out trip or something while I was in Vegas. But
I would say like feminists almost have like conspiracy views, right? Like the patriarchy. Yeah, they're coming after you. All sex is grape. They're kind of like a female conspiracy theorist. But yeah, I would say like extreme feminists, then they're usually, again, like this would be my argument here. They're just fucking crazy. They're irrational.
The one thing, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The one thing that she complained about was male feminists. She showed me DMs of like male feminists being male feministy. And she's like, these are the worst men, actually. You have to be careful with. You never want to have sex with them. You never want to date them. These are the worst.
Yeah, there was an interesting study that looked at like feminist views, and they actually liked some levels of sexism. So like men buying drinks or opening the door, they actually liked. So extreme feminist. But like, if you just have a girl that is like, yeah, you know, I think women should be able to vote, then that would just be like a neutral.
Get her out of here. She's not wife
material. So if you're like a first or second wave feminist, you're chill. If you're like a fourth wave feminist, then yeah, you're probably fucking crazy.
Let's put it this way. Let's add another category. What if she's not a feminist and she believes that women like her should not have the right to vote?
I think she's equally retarded. Yeah, she's equally retarded.
It's a green flag.
Open relationships. So yeah, these are girls that have done like polyamory type stuff, open relationships. So if you are wanting a monogamous relationship, that's going to be stay away. If you're wanting like an open relationship, then that's going to be whoops. Oh, damn. Okay.
All right, well, I guess
all right. Give me 2 seconds.
Did all the files?
There's a conspiracy happening right now.
What's going on here?
They knew something was happening. Let me pull it back up. What were we talking about?
Yeah, what was it?
Let me share it again.
We're talking about voting or?
Oh yeah, feminists. Yeah, voting.
What was the last thing we talked about?
All right. High body count. Visible tattoos. I forget. Work husband.
Yeah, you just fucked. I think you fucked everything up. Yeah, I mean, everything is wrong, but it's okay.
That's all right. Do you want to scroll back in the stream and just read them out to me? Does that work? All right. So some of these go up here. Is this close? What do we have down here? Go back in the VOD, take a screenshot, copy it. Yeah, Swift is doing that for me. I feel like my memory is not bad though. So let's see how
we have history of cheating, S tier. Conflict equals attack, S tier.
Yep.
High body count, S tier.
Yep.
Girls' night out, S tier. Work
Yep.
husband, S tier. Go to A. Yeah, there we go. Drama, S tier. And then A is male orbit.
Yep.
Therapy.
Yep.
Therapy speak, hyper independent. Okay. Visible tattoos is B. Avoids vulnerability.
Yep.
No appreciation.
Yep.
Nose ring. Pronouns. Love bombs. C is abusive ex, conspiracy theorists.
Yep.
And I don't do hookups is D.
Yeah, that's exactly what I had. Awesome.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah. I didn't have to change a thing. That's perfect. Okay. Extreme jealousy.
Extreme jealousy. How does that manifest? Checking your phone.
Yeah, this is like the crazy girl. Like
a bitch you talk. Yeah, I mean, man, like this is S. I mean, this has to be. Like I can't, like with my lifestyle, I can't have like too much jealousy. That just wouldn't work out.
Yeah, straight up.
So it's stressful too. It's just not. You don't need that.
Open relationships. Let's put S again, unless that's what you're into.
Yeah, but unless I just think that you can have an open on your side and closed on her side. I think you could create that if you wanted to.
I'm not sure. It's going to be really, really hard with a girl that has been doing polyamory and open relationships.
Yes, but I probably would not get into a relationship with that girl.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, stay away.
Just stay away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're a cuck. There's no fucking. I'm sure we have a few. Hey, all the cucks out there. That's
no. I mean, if you want like both way open relationship, then it's going to be like perfect. But I'm just saying, like, I assume most guys here want some level of like exclusivity. Downplays your goals. So like you tell like, I want to like create this business, do this thing. It's just like, yeah, I don't really know if you. I don't really know if that'd be worth it, or you can do it, or you want to go to the gym. You're like, I'm going to go 6 days a week. She's like, you don't have to do 6 days a week. Like, why would you want to do it? So like, I guess like not supportive of your goals, but actively downplaying it.
Yeah, I mean, this is ARS. Unless you're a fucking idiot. Okay, so there could be a scenario where you're a bit of an idiot, and she's actually quite a genius, and she's just trying to help you out and let you know. Everything that you're trying to do is actually a waste of time and really fucking stupid. Sometimes we forget about that, right? Like sometimes dudes are idiots, and she might be trying to help you out here.
Commitment, instability. Oh yeah, well, I think we did this. Did we put it?
Yeah, sure.
Makes more money than you.
S tier.
You reckon that's S?
Makes more money than you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to just completely destroy that polarity you talked about, the power dynamics, and it's just going to lead to a lot of fucking problems in the future. We see that in Love is Blind episodes, like every time. It's just the data shows this. You've seen the data.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, okay. I will upgrade it. I don't think it deserves S. I think like if you're able to create like a masculine presence within that relationship, I think it's okay if the girl makes more money than you. Now, if you're
extreme though, like this is another level than just a masculine presence. This is going to be like, you have to be absolutely on fucking point, in and out of the bedroom. The girl's she's going to go like, I went to work, this and that, and I made the money, and like, were the bills paid? And like, I just don't have, like, can you pay it? Because I don't have enough. And then she's going to remember that. She's going to think about that every once in a while, and she's going to go, okay, whatever, I'll do it. Like, it's just, she's going to push back, and there's going to be a little bit of resentment. Even if you manage it well, there is a battle, and it's like, just get a girl who makes less money. You know what I mean?
Make more money. The thing is, I'm being biased here. I'm thinking like, if you run your own business and make very decent money, then if you found a girl that also made very decent money and happened to be higher than you, like I feel like there's no problem. But if you're on like 50K a year and you're like struggling to pay rent, and now your girl's on like 200K a year or something, yeah, that's going to create a lot of problems.
What if like currently she has a particular like standard lifestyle, and like you don't have the money quite? Maybe it's a little bit off. Okay, maybe you could kind of work with that. She'll be fine. But what if she makes a little bit more money over time? She has a better job. 5 years, 10 years, that gap is going to be wider, and she wants to like live a better lifestyle, live in a better home, all these things. And you're like, I just can't do that. I can't swing that. And she's like, you got to pay 50-50 or I'll pay this amount. At some point she may agree to that, but like there's going to be resentment. Like this is just
what if there's a goal though, right?
Yeah.
So there's a guy out there earning, I don't know what the average salary is in America, okay? But let's say he's only a bit above that. He's on like 90K.
Okay.
And then he meets a girl on like 300K.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some benefits that come with that, right? Like now you're going out for some steak dinners, go on a boat on the weekend, go to that music festival you wanted to go to. You're like, hey, I need a new watch. You know, like, I agree, it's difficult, okay? Like, as you said, you got to be on point. And there's probably going to be like some resentment at some point. But hey, like you're getting paid for that resentment.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not saying it can't work, and there's like some great benefits. I'm saying like I'm telling like guys, hey, you guys don't do this. You know, like if I happen to be, you know what I mean, in the situation, I'm willing to take on that challenge, and I think I can manage it pretty well.
What if they meet a girl and they're like, and the guy's like, listen, I want to take this boot camp this year. You know, you've heard of UMP. The girl's like, no UMP. They're like, hey, listen, well, you know, you want to shout someone over here? Like, I really appreciate that. You know, sugar mommy. And she's like, yeah, okay, fine. Right. Like there could be some benefits.
Yeah. That's true.
I originally wanted to put this in C, but you're right. There's data to show that there's like relationship dissatisfaction when the girl earns more. And I think for like, it really depends on who you are as a man and like what that level is. I think if you're relying on the girl, I think that's where it becomes like a big problem. If you're financially independent and the girl makes a lot of money, then I think you're relatively safe. But I know relationships, as I said, the OnlyFans girls, right? Where a lot of them obviously make more money than their partner. And some of those situations, the guy is basically just relying on the girl. Like they're basically like staying at home without a job. I think that's obviously like
there's a trade-off. There's a trade-off there. She gets to get fucked by other dudes, and he has to shut up about it. Like,
yeah, like
that's a trade-off. Like, I don't know. You just can't accept. You know, unless you really want that money. Unless you're trying to survive out there. You know, you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly. EDM festivals.
Yeah,
this is going to be a positive. This is a green flag tier list, or what are we doing here?
This is yeah. I mean, you know, I do like EDM festivals. You know, I just talk about. I had a situation. Okay, all right. I had a little dilemma. Okay, I had my main girl. Now she doesn't go out. She doesn't drink. None of that stuff. We were going to Tomorrowland together, me and you. Okay, you're a girl, some other OnlyFans girl or whatever. You know, like the squad.
Okay, to be clear, my girl is an OnlyFans girl. Okay,
like it's Mark, his nice, his beautiful, wonderful girlfriend, and a bunch of OnlyFans girls. I had a dilemma. Like I'm like, yo, I want to go.
To be clear, one OnlyFans girl. But sorry, go on. Yes,
who's also amazing, by the way. Like,
yeah, she is cool.
My girl was so into her. By the way, it was like really into her. Yeah. She was like, I kind of like. I'm like, okay, all right. So I had I would normally take my girl to like festivals and like we're gonna like do things and go a little crazy, but like man. I was like, I love EDM festivals. I have to be able to take my girl there, and we had a lot of fun. So like, I kind of shifted my my viewpoint on this a little bit. So this is a green flag. We had a good time.
Green flag, yeah. And I would say there's different types of electronic music. Okay, if she's a hard style girl or like house, I mean, but if she's like techno, she's side trance, oof, yeah, then trance, yeah, too, yeah, then definitely green flag, right? Oh, do we have feminist twice, or did we not put that up there?
I think we forgot. Yeah.
Zodiac excuses. Oh, I did it because Mercury was in retrograde. Oh no, I didn't get the job. Yeah. Like I checked the thing and it said, I was expecting change in my life, so I didn't go for the job interview.
I mean, look, great blowjobs, but there's something, I don't know, there's something about the blowjob, and she talks about like zodiac signs and shit. The only issue is if you have like a particular issue, or she's like, oh man, something went wrong, or I'm feeling slightly different today about, this guy, she may use the whole zodiac thing or horoscopes as a reason to break up with you or to do some very bad shit, like cheat on you. I've seen that, not personally, but I've seen that. No, it's just, for me, it's kind of a red flag.
Yeah, if a girl's like into tarot cards or zodiac or something, it doesn't worry me too much. But if she's using like the excuses or the life plan for this shit, then yeah, like Jesus. Poor finances.
Does that mean
we decide?
Well, I think there's a difference between, like no job or like low level job, no money, versus like in debt. Like
I'm thinking like financial responsibility. So yeah, like she might have a shitty paying job or whatever, but like she manages her money okay. Compared to like she could even have like a more decent paying job, but she just like blows all her money. She's got debt, like things like that. So like I'm thinking more like poor financial responsibility, let's say.
Yeah, that's a lot of women. Like I look at my I look at my Instagram and I see a lot of my rotation girls like traveling to like Dubai and like 5-star. I'm like, bitch, you don't have that much money. And I know it's no sugar daddy situation. She just actually spending all her paychecks. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good to be like, even if you're the breadwinner and she's not working and she's bad with your money, or she's like pressuring you to like buy this and pay for this, and you're like, yo, we're trying to like save up for a fucking home. You know what I mean? Like we need a home. We got to like pop out some kids. They cost money. And she's like, yeah, but we can also do X, Y, and Z. That's going to cost a shit ton of money. I don't think you want that, those battles. Like you don't want that stress. So yeah, like if she has, like, I like a girl who has no job personally. I like a girl who has absolutely no money. She has no fucking job. Like I like that. I prefer that than like a strong, independent, like career woman. Like I want her to like follow me around, like travel with me wherever I go. Just kind of, she's there. She doesn't have to go to work and have a boss telling her what to do, work overtime, a work husband. Like I don't need any of that shit. You know what I mean? But also I understand, like if you make very little money, times are tough. You may need a second income. I understand that. But I feel like if you're like, make good money, you might be better off with some broke bitch who's financially responsible with the money she doesn't have, or with your money.
Yeah, I think
important too. I think that's like, you don't want to go into you don't want to get married to a woman who has like $300,000 debt.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like one of the most men, or like most relationships, one of the biggest stresses on that relationship is going to be like finances. So like if your other half is basically like spending a bunch of money that isn't necessary, or just like has poor responsibility, I think that's a red flag. I'm a bit different just with like, I prefer a girl that has some, I guess, like personal work ambition and is like able to work. But the poor finances shit is like a red flag for me. Social
money.
Yeah, exactly.
You got that paycheck, baby.
Yeah. I mean, even if it wasn't like, it doesn't have to be like a finance job or something where she's like raking a bunch of money, but like even if it was like just a vet nurse job where she's on like minimum wage or something. Like I like the idea of that as opposed to
but not a nurse,
just like staying at home all day.
Not a nurse. That's
it depends what type of nurse. To be fair, if it was geriatric nursing, then fine. Pediatric nursing, fine. ED nursing, probably not.
ER nurse, not.
That's what I mean. Yeah, ED, yeah, probably not. Or like a travel nurse, yeah, probably not. Brings up exes. So this is going to be like my ex never did that, or my ex would do this for me, or like or I guess worse. Like I think on the list we had kept like letters or photos or things from their ex. Yeah, I mean this is just going to be like fucking yes.
Yeah, I mean it's like I talk to girls about their exes and shit. Like I want to know that information. Like I'm asking for it, you know.
Yeah.
But like if you're bringing it up, like trying to compare, like oh my ex would never do this, or he used to do this for me. It's already over.
Mm-hmm.
I have girls that do that with their boyfriends. I'm sorry. I have girls that use me with their boyfriends. Like they know my name. I've had one like text me, like send me a message, and it's it's just fucking horrible. It's bad.
Yeah, not good.
Co-phase. Like we may disagree on this one, but what is a hoe phase? I was in college. Okay, that's already a stay away. Like I was in American University, Arizona University. Okay, no, you're done. Like that's bad. I'm gonna have to like stay away. I'm staying away from that.
Yeah, I'd put that. It really depends what they mean by hoe phase, right? Like if you're dating a 27-year-old that was like, oh yeah, through college I had like 2 one-night stands, that was my hoe phase or something. It's kind of like, okay, well that's kind of fine. But if you have a girl that's like, oh yeah, I'm just getting out of my hoe phase now, I've slept with 50 guys and I went out to the club every single night or something, like this would just be falling back on history of cheating. It'd be falling back on high body count. It'd be falling back on a bunch of these other things, because I've heard some women describe like their hoe phase as them just like going out clubbing, like not even sleeping with a guy. And I'm like, that's not a hoe phase. Like that's just a single phase and you call it a hoe phase. But yeah, if any girl is like super high lay count, cheating on dudes, sleeping around a bunch, non-selective, past behavior is going to be like your best predictor of future behavior. So even if she's kind of like, well, I'm not like that anymore, I'd want to see like very clear evidence that like that hasn't happened for a very long time of even going to consider this. So yeah, that'd be a big red flag for me.
Mm-hmm.
I need space. So this is girls that basically anytime there's any conflict, they are unable to process it, unable to talk about it, constantly like avoidant. And yeah, I mean, I need space. So again, this would be a red flag. Anytime there's like conflict and it's unable to be resolved with a girl for whatever reason, I think that's just a massive red flag. Yeah, if it's like from an avoidance sense, then
yeah, 100%.
Traveling job, that'd be a yellow flag for me.
Yeah. Oh, yellow?
Yeah.
Travel nurse.
Yeah. Like flight attendant, travel nurse, any like sales job that requires her to travel around. Like
this can't be. We can't tell guys this is just yellow, like because they're gonna look at this and be like, "Whoa, I got this." It's like you have to be a little bit more critical than yellow.
What? Explain your theory behind this.
There are data on this as well. You know, like you talk about data. I saw a lot of data, especially with flight attendants and nurses. The level of fucking cheating, admitted cheating, is through the fucking roof. But I have a lot of experience with nurses and flight attendants. A lot of experience, especially with nurses. At one point, like when the number one ladies I was getting were from nurses. It's just I don't want to deal with that. No chance. Doctors are always trying to fuck the nurses. They spend more time sometimes with other male nurses or other doctors. The doctors are in a position of authority. They have DHV, all these DHVs. It's I don't know. Like, why would you put yourself in that situation? For what? Is she that amazing?
I mean, I agree. It increases. So if you look at the studies, like it increases opportunity. Like I worked in a hospital for 5 years or maybe longer. There was like in my ward, there was no one fucking any of the doctors. There was no one fucking anyone like in the ward between each other. ED was very different. That changed. There was a couple of people cheating, but yeah, this is what you need to keep in mind is there's opportunity now, right? So this girl that is traveling, if she's your girlfriend, oftentimes, yeah, it increases the amount of opportunity for something to happen. But if you just have a great relationship and she's otherwise like, yeah, low body count, she doesn't have OnlyFans, there's no like work husband, all this shit, like there's low drama. If you meet an amazing girl, but she is a flight attendant, that wouldn't be like a stay away from me. That wouldn't be like a this is fucked. It'd be like a be careful, right? It's a flag you need to be concerned.
If you're an average guy, I think you should be very, very cautious. Just very cautious. I don't know. Like she's in her luteal phase, and you just happen to like say or do something the day before. Listen, I see it firsthand how dangerous it could be for the average guy who does not understand women, who don't have control, who can't manage their girl in the relationship at the level that we can. Can you imagine an average guy who did a couple things wrong, and she's in her luteal phase, and she's traveling, now she's entering her fucking ovulation at the day before she leaves? It's like and she has some guy who has a little bit of game, a little bit of charm. They're staying in the same hotel. Maybe they have a couple drinks. I don't know. It's because they're friends. It's okay, right? It's not a big deal. You just have a drink in the hotel lobby, right? I trust you. I don't know.
I mean, you can paint a very grim, nightmarish picture, but I mean,
no. I disagree. I completely disagree that this is like some crazy, nightmarish, rare situation. Absolutely not. I don't think so. Like I've been the one like fucking the women with husbands and boyfriends. I talk to them about their situation. Is no way.
And what's the situation?
The Ukrainian woman who's like about to get married, but she wants to like sleep with me one last time or once a year. It's just I don't know. I just think if you're the average guy or even the above average guy, okay, I think you should just go. You're a travel nurse, you're a flight attendant. I'm just going to stay away from you because it's probably not good. You have more opportunity.
I think that's absolutely crazy to rule out every single girl that is a nurse or a flight attendant. That's just insane to me. No. There's going to be so many girls within those categories that, I mean, I worked in a hospital for 5 years. I know a lot of them, like that are just super conservative, like don't cheat, very like pleasant and nice. Now, if you look at the data, 100%, there's a slight increase with travel jobs for men and women in terms of cheating because there's more opportunity. But that's like a slight increase. It's not like a 100% increase or something. And I don't think it's enough to basically warrant to say, like, don't ever get into relationships with any of these women.
Say that?
Like,
do you know why I mostly say that? Because I don't trust the average or above average man to kind of like screen and pick the girls that are like, like really good girls who show no red flags and blah blah blah. She's a flight attendant, but she's good. But also, flight attendants travel a lot. They're just always somewhere else.
What would you like if you had a guy that basically had a choice between two women that he was seeing, and he said like, one creates drama and the other is a traveling job? Like, who would you tell him to choose between?
Well, I mean, there would be like more criteria. Like, it's not just those two things.
But that's my point. Is like I feel like this criteria is like a tier. So like, I think these are very like extreme things. I wouldn't say traveling job is the same as like someone that wants an open relationship or someone that is like feminist or someone that like brings up her exes all the time. Like these feel like way more extreme than like a flight attendant.
Yeah, sure. But if you're talking about like she's engaged in some drama or a lot of drama, I feel like we could work with that a little bit. The whole traveling job, she's going to be like away for days, weeks. hotels with
You,
like
you
pilots.
just you just don't like a girl with a job. That's all it is.
I mean,
You just saw a job.
Yeah.
That's
look, that's too much opportunity. Like, what is she doing for 10 hours a day? You know what I mean? What are you doing? Who are you spending time with? I don't know.
sort of playing.
Is that necessary? What are you doing outside the house for 10 hours a day? Like, is that necessary?
Yeah, I mean, I could appreciate. Maybe this is a better thing we could talk about.
Yeah.
What if it wasn't traveling?
Okay.
Oh, thank you. What if it wasn't traveling, but it was a job where she just had, well, like nursing, I guess is a good example. Like, so say it wasn't a flight attendant, it wasn't a traveling nursing job, but it was just a nurse that was at a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Would you feel the same way?
I would feel slightly better. I would feel slightly better. Like, it's more manageable, right? It's a lot more manageable.
So what job wouldn't
I
she have access to other people?
Like, why do you want your wife to be traveling so much anyway? Like,
no, I mean, I agree with that.
Forget about the job. Like, why do you want your wife to be away like 10, 11 hours a day, or like for days at a time, maybe a week, and she's come back for a few days or a week, and then she's gone for a week? Like, why do you want your wife?
No, I mean, I'd agree with that. Yeah. I mean, I'd agree with that. But it seemed like you were pointing more towards like the opportunity side of things, which is like, I mean, what job isn't there an opportunity, right?
That matters. Opportunity matters. Like, look, you're not insecure or jealous or anything if you consider opportunity. I'm just saying, like, you may trust your girl and everything, but again, you're an average guy. You're still an average guy. You're still an average jealous guy.
But if you're ruling out opportunity, you're basically ruling out every goal that isn't like locked in a basement.
You could be 8 years in, things are great, but guess what? Things can build up. You don't notice. There could be a string of events that happen in her luteal phase, and you doing something bad, and now she's talking to her friend who says, "You're a fucking asshole. I can't believe you did that. You deserve a little bit of fun. You should go out." Then she enters ovulation. She's super horny. She's been away for a week. Charming.
Is she allowed to go to the grocery store? Because that's where I'll day game.
Yeah. It depends. Not Whole Foods. Maybe like. You know what I mean? We could like. Well, hold on a second. I'll go. I'll do the grocery shopping. Okay, I'll go with you. I'll order this shit. Okay, like we'll find ways to like limit opportunity. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. Like I'm just thinking. Like, my girl does Muay Thai. She loves Muay Thai boxing. Mm-hmm. I was like, it'd be cool. If, we go to Thailand. I send you to like a camp for a month.
Isn't that worse than the traveling job?
Yeah, that's worse, bitch. I'm gonna send you to a bunch of jacked IT fighters, like 24/7 living on the camp. I'm like, okay, that opportunity is kind of ridiculous. No matter how much I trust my girl, because I can trust my girl a lot more than you guys out there can trust whatever girl you're gonna have in the future. But still, it's all about limiting opportunity. If you can, if I could do it, why wouldn't I do it? You know what I mean? If I could avoid a travel nurse, why wouldn't I avoid a travel nurse? You know what I mean?
Because maybe you can't. That's kind of my point. Is like,
you can. That's the thing. You can. I want to empower men to say no to girls' night out. You don't have to agree to girls' night out. For what? Why?
But then, then my point is like, why not just lock your girl in a cage?
You could if you wanted to. Absolutely.
But why isn't that my advice?
Why is that your advice? Well, that could be slightly extreme. I think we have to compromise a little bit. We can let her outside, get some sun or something. I mean,
she might be like unhappy. Yeah, she might not be able to live much real life. Like, yeah, I want to be in a relationship where like my goal is like thriving, happy.
Social interaction, right?
So yeah, like if she wants to like hang out with her friends every now and again, like I'm not going to be like you can't hang out with friends.
Totally
if she wants to have a job, I'm not going to tell her she can't have a job. So like, I think like there's going to be like levels to this. I just think like
100%.
If you're choosing between girls, like no one's perfect. And one girl has a traveling job. I agree. This is like a bit of a yellow flag. So like one thing is that there's more opportunity. The other thing is like maybe lifestyle wise, as you said, like she's going for like a month or something. That's going to be like, that probably is more of a concern for me. But like, that's why like it's a yellow flag. It wouldn't be like a stay away. Like I met a girl that's a nurse or something, and I'm now suddenly like, okay, no, she's like perfect in every other way, but I'm like, no, there's opportunity there.
True.
Yeah,
there's too much opportunity, no matter how great she is. Okay, you got some MPUA fucking surgeon coming through while she's ovulating, and she's like stressed. Or like 3 patients died in a row. She's crying, but she's like living and sleeping at the hospital. And he comes along in that dark room where they take a nap.
You watch too much Grey's Anatomy.
No.
Yeah, you do.
Look,
all right.
Anyway, but do you understand what I mean? Like, I want to like empower guys slightly more than like, hey, you have no choice if your girl wants girls' night out. Like, you have no choice.
No, I think like the biggest empowering thing for guys is to understand that like if you develop a strong relationship that is like happy on both sides, that girls just simply won't cheat on you, right? Like,
yes,
it's
but that's
if you look at like
girls' night out, for example, that's like part of it.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like there can be boundaries there. Like you could tell your girl, yeah, I don't want you going out a bunch of nights out. And you said like if she's cluttily dressed in lingerie or some shit and drinking or something like that, then yeah, 100%. But I think it's a situation where it's like, hey, it's my best friend's birthday. We're going to grab some drinks. I'm not going to sit here say like, no, you have to stay home. You can't go grab some drinks with your friend.
What do you do?
Well, our definitions of sexy are going to be different, right? Like, if she's dressed like provocative, then yeah, like I think that's a boundary you can set for sure.
Mm-hmm. Would you say something?
Yeah, 100%. Like that's how you set a boundary.
What if she says, "Hey, like this is like girl's like birthday party. Like we're all dressing up. I don't want to look like the only one not dressing up. It's one time."
She's not going to say that. Like if she's dressed up like super provocative, like again, this is what the differences mean. If she's worn a dress down to her knees, but you can see some of her knee, and you're like, "Hey, I can see some of your knee." Like, what do you want her to wear? Like a hijab? Like, I don't want my girl to be in a hijab. Like, it's yeah. Like I'm completely comfortable knowing that like if guys have a healthy relationship that's happy on both ends, like the girls just aren't going to cheat, right? And if guys try to manage it just by opportunity, the girl's probably going to be more unhappy and more likely to cheat. Like if you keep telling your girl, you can't go out, you can't do this, you can't wear this, you can't do this, 100%. Like the girls are just going to cheat on the fucking guy, right? Like
I completely agree. Exactly. I should have said that. If you're telling her no girls night out, no this, no that, and you're not really offering much value to begin with, you're like very, very average. And you don't understand her. You're not really taking very good care of her. Obviously, like she's going to view that as controlling and this and that, and she's more likely to rebel against you and actually not tell you she's having a girls' night out and actually go do it. I'm talking about in a situation where like you're managing things well. You have a lot of value. You took sex coaching from Mark. You took the ROP. You're in the mastermind. You understand women. You're taking very good care of her, and you're saying, "Hey, because I'm doing my part, I'm taking very good care of you. You cannot do X, Y, and Z. You have to get rid of that friend. No girls' night out, and so forth." Right? Obviously.
Yeah.
Flirty. I mean, what's a little flirtiness with your work husband, right? Like, what level of flirtiness are we talking? Actually, this is like constantly tests, like in a relationship, or
this gives me like the commitment, instability, hyper independence, feminism type vibes. Lack of trust of your authority. I'd put that there. This is almost like drama as well.
Yeah. I mean, your girl's going to test you, even if you're doing everything well. She may test you every once in a while, maybe every few months, 6 months, once a year, whatever it is. I think that's just a normal, part of.
I combined drinking and pot here. I know we had two of these separately, but a girl that like excessively drinks or smokes.
Stay away. Only bad things happen when you drink.
No. Shitty friends.
S.
Yeah, it's S for me too.
I've had situations with that. I've had a girl I was dating who got jealous that I was spending a lot of time with her best friend. And she started rumors and a lot of drama, and then I look like some abusive guy or something. It's really bad. Like very liberal feminist friends. I've had that with like my first girlfriend. It's you want to avoid that completely.
Yeah,
So like
I
meet
think
the friends and see if the friends are cool. If they're constantly going out and drinking, constantly single, with in a bunch of drama, sleeping around nonstop, they're not going to be a good influence. They're actually going to be a horribly negative influence. If they're not a positive influence on your girl, they're a negative influence. There's no neutral.
And I think some guys, they might get swindled by the girl that they're seeing, and like obviously you have like emotions and you're putting your dick in her, so like you're gonna feel a certain way. But her friends are typically going to be like pretty similar to her. They're going to share like similar views, similar behaviors, things like that. And so like if you look at her friends and you're like, these people seem like pieces of shit, and then you look at your girl and you're like, I'm so in love. Guess what? Like your girl's probably a piece of shit too. So like, she's got shitty friends. She's probably shitty. And even if she isn't, as Swift said, like the amount of negative influence they're going to have, the amount of like friction that's going to create in the relationship, the amount it says like she's not able to actually like pick positive people in her life, like these are all things that I'd want to stay away from. Money with no source. So this just points to like sugar baby type shit. So these are the girls that are like going on holidays and trips, and you ask them what they do for work, and they kind of say Instagram. Maybe they've just got rich daddies, right? So I'll put it A. It's a solid red flag. Maybe they've got some rich daddies, okay? Actual fathers, right? Or families.
Not daddies.
But,
okay.
Yeah,
but hold on. What if she like brings you like gifts and Rolex and trips, you know, like VIP Tomorrowland tickets?
Green flag. Yeah. Listen, if you can use this girl for some, listen, if you want to be a sugar baby, okay, I'm all for it. Okay, you go, man. How do you yes man someone? Yes, man, you go get that. 100%. Dude, we have some guys in the mastermind like that actually that have like, met some girls and they're like, yeah, I've got a holiday place in this place you can go use, and the guys like go use the holiday place, the girls not even there. So yeah, I mean, fuck it, if you if you can get someone out of it, you go, man. All right, inconsistent stories. I mean, it depends on the level here. I'm assuming this is like inconsistent stories. So basically the girl's like lying. I didn't write liar here because again, I feel like when guys are in love, they find a way to be like, well, maybe she didn't mean it. Maybe, but like if there's just a lot of inconsistencies, that's a massive red flag. Yeah, stay away.
Yeah, and I think there's got to be a little bit of I don't even know the word. Like earlier in the dynamic, she may try to kind of like reference her things, like don't do hookups, and so that she looks slightly better. She's not like lying about everything. She's not like a completely different person, but she may omit a couple things here and there because she really likes you, and you know, like that's not like horrible. Like that's going to happen with most girls to different degrees. And then the truth may come out and it's like, oh yeah, actually, you know, here's a truth. Not like a big reveal, but she's like, oh yeah, just kind of like kept that part. I thought it looked bad. But inconsistent stories that kind of indicate some lying. Never good.
Rude to service people.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I mean, completely a red flag, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's hard because like, sometimes servers are just fucking idiots. So like, I feel like it's kind of implied being rude that like even if someone is an asshole, you're not really rude about it. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this is probably a bigger red flag for me than it is to you. I just hate that. I hate when people are just fucking rude to people serving. But yeah,
I think
I
it's
can see sometimes
I
there might
agree
be.
I agree with you,
Yeah.
because I think it just reflects poorly on me. Like, you know, if I'm just standing there and you're terribly rude to anybody, and they're not like, they didn't like specifically do anything to like insult you. I don't know. It just looks bad on me. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and I feel
why
like
are you fucking rude? Like, you're making me look bad. If you have a problem with this person, just tell me. Like, I'll deal with that problem. Like, why are you doing that in front of me? You know, without like bringing this up to me, or like, I don't know.
Yeah, and it goes to like the conflict resolution. Like, I feel like if they can't just be grounded in their emotions and say like what's wrong with the order or something, then that's
100%.
Insecure. This is one that I think a lot of guys like. But this is you got to be careful of, because this is the girls that are like, oh, I don't know if I look good in this, and you're like, no, you look great. They're like, oh, thank you so much, and you know, maybe you're just too good for me, and like blah blah. Like, that can feel really nice, and guys can become incredibly attracted to an insecure girl, right? But long-term red flag, right? Or I'll say yellow flag, because there might just be like a healthy amount, or we could say like healthy or reasonable amount of like insecurity, where like she does look up to you and she does maybe like pedestal you a little bit, and you know, maybe she does care about what you think, and you know, there's a little bit of insecurity. That's fine. But if it just comes down to this like requiring constant reassurance externally, there's only so much you can give it that, and it's going to get to a point where it's not enough, and she's going to search for that either somewhere else, or she's going to blame you for not making her feel good. So like that level of responsibility to make someone feel secure in a relationship, bro, that is torture. It's never going to work.
It's absolutely torture. It's just nicer to have a girl that's confident, with high self-esteem, and like, everyone's gonna have a little bit of insecurity about certain things, but I don't know, it's just more enjoyable to be in a relationship with a girl with a high self-esteem that's secure. You know, it doesn't, by the way, it doesn't mean that she's a hyper independent woman or something. Like, you could have a high self-esteem, very confident, and not be like super extroverted and hyper independent, or feminist.
Pathetic exes. So
This is
the red flag.
For me, like, I'm not gonna say like stay away. I'm going to say, if I find out like your exes are pathetic men, like just completely like DLV dudes, like where I have to go, hold on a second, like, why the fuck would you get with these guys? If I have to ask that question, like, I can't even see it. Like, what? How did that? Like, how did he get you? Why did you say yes? What is going on here? Man, that's gonna be a DLV. Like, I'm gonna be like, man, I don't know about this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is like reverse pre-selection. Like, there's got to be a reason. There's something wrong with you.
Real quick, imagine your night game. Okay, you see a girl. You're like, I'm gonna go game her. You're talking to her. It's going well, but you find out she got pulled by a connection game.
Lucario.
Imagine like
Lucario. She got pulled by Lucario.
Or the Viking guy, whatever, Eric. Pulled her last week. I mean, what are you doing? Are you going like, man, like, I'm proud. I don't know. You feel like you want to walk away from this, right?
To be honest, like, what will probably happen, I'll probably throw up in my mouth a little bit, and then I'll have to like swallow that back, and it'll be all acidic, and I'm like, look, I need to go wash my mouth out real quick, and then I'll never go back. Yeah, like, if she got pulled by a guy that openly says like, I don't pull attractive women, and attraction doesn't matter to me, and all I care about is a girl that is desperate enough to be with me, like, right away, yeah, you better believe I'm not sticking around there. Jesus. Yeah, that's a red flag. Last one, virgin.
Yeah, I mean, it's neutral good unless she's a 30-year-old virgin, which,
yeah, I personally put this in like need more info. If she was anything over like 24 and a virgin, I'd be like a little bit worried here. This is maybe more of a personal red flag. Like, I don't want a girl that's like hyper religious. I I don't want someone that's like super introverted or closed off. So this would be more a red flag, I think, for me. For the average guy, like I think those are maybe important things to think about what you want in a relationship. Like, do you want someone that's going to be like hyper religious? If you're the same, then it's probably like a great thing. If the girl's like 18 and a virgin, then I mean that's just normal. That's fine. But like, yeah, if this girl is like older, most of the girls I've met that are older and virgins are usually like there's some weird vibes. Yeah, some fucking weird vibes for sure. Yeah, a lot of them grew up in cults and shit. I don't know. It's
would you rather have a virgin or one leg count?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, what if that one leg count was a week before you met with her and it was Lucario?
Give me the version, bro.
Like, no, but really, like,
shut up, no, 100%.
One leg count virgin, but virginity last week.
Yeah, that's fine.
You go with the virgin or the one leg count?
I go with the one leg count.
Oh, come on.
No, I would. Yeah,
you gotta get to it first, you know.
Yeah, I mean. I guess it's like fairly indifferent. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Like her mindset and everything's going to probably be pretty similar. It's just like, yeah, I just find like if you have like an older virgin, it's either super religious and they're fucking crazy. They grew up in a cult, they're crazy. They have some attachment issues where they're like so scared of like being with a guy or something. It seems really unhealthy and crazy. Yeah, there's usually like a reason. It's similar to like high leg count, right? It's the same thing. Like there's a reason that they're not following like the normal socially appropriate path. And that can be like a good indicator. I'm sure there's like examples of versions that are completely fine at that age as well, right? That's why I think like you just need more info, but it would be like something that indicates. And I guess like that's something I want to say as well is like, you know, we give all these red flags. I did a video recently on why you shouldn't settle and how not to settle. And I think the best indicator is just experientially spending time with the fucking girl and seeing what happens, right? Like, is she inconsistent? Is she respectful? Are we having fun? Do I get along with her? Do we share similar values? Because like a lot of these red flags, you won't be able to find out immediately. Some you will. Right. But a lot of these you won't be able to find out immediately. And you might have a girl with like a visible tattoo that she's getting removed and otherwise completely fine or some shit. You might have a girl that was like rude to service people, but then was like, look, I'm so sorry. I just had a really rough day. My dog died or some shit. So I think like if you can experientially spend some time with a girl without getting super overly invested and falling in love in fucking 3 months or some bullshit, you can take her through the gauntlet and kind of figure out if this is like an appropriate girl for you or not.
Absolutely. And look, be empowered. Okay. You're not guys. You're not insecure. You're not insecure. You know, it's okay to want what you want. Okay. Don't be afraid to draw the line.
Lock her in a cage.
Just lock her up and
lock her up. All right.
You're not good enough, but you will be after you join the mastermind and do the boot camp in Budapest. You're almost good enough. All right. I think that's really important to realize. And there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I'm not good enough. Yeah. Yet. We both went through a stage where like we're not good enough.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna get into like a serious relationship and get married. I'm not gonna pick a girl at this point, because I know I'm going to be good enough one day. I'm going to be in a better place and I can actually lead a relationship. I'm going to understand women a lot better in the future. And it's okay to say I'm just not good enough yet. It's all right.
No. Yeah, there's a coach that yells at everyone that they're good enough. And it's like, maybe as a human being to live on this earth, cool. Like you don't deserve to be murdered or something. But like, if you were good enough to get the type of girl you wanted, you already would. Like it's like me. Hey, I want to play in the NBA, and then you just yelling at me, you're good enough to do it. It's like, well, no, I'm not, right? Maybe
yourself.
Yeah, just believe. Maybe I should train a little bit, and maybe maybe I'm not suited for the NBA, but maybe I can get really good basketball and play in a league here and be awesome at it. So, yeah. Just remember that, everyone. Okay, you are not good enough. Okay.
Hey, just believe in yourself that one day you could be good enough.
Exactly.
But most of you probably won't be good enough because a lot of you are not in the mastermind. So most of you will not be good enough, and you'll probably marry a fat girl who has girls' night out, who's a travel nurse, who has a history of cheating, and she will take half your shit. All right, she will do that.
Did you see my thumbnail for that video?
Which one?
Yeah, I'll show you. For the don't settle. I'm gonna pull it up.
Oh, don't settle. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That's she looks familiar.
That's a red flag. Yeah, that's my girl.
It's not your girl, it's your ex. But
it's my ex.
I'm glad she used a photo of you too.
Yeah, that's Oscar.
Because you didn't settle with her, and that's a great example.
It is.
And your new girl's like much more beautiful. Okay, I have to say.
Yeah, her sister.
She's you know. So I'm glad you didn't settle with this particular girl. She's a little larger than you typically go for as well.
Just a little bit.
But you were going for personality here.
This one here.
Yeah.
You look so happy together. Why do I look so Indian in all these fucking?
Are you telling an Indian guy to bake these for you?
No, I'm just Gemini. I've taken some new photos of myself though, so I can base it off it. But yeah, I feel like I've got Indian vibes.
Yes, I mean it's good for the Indian audience to.
That's true. That's true.
More.
They can relate. It's 100%. Alrighty. What are we doing next week? Have we decided?
I mean, we have some options. We do have options.
We do. We got a lot of options. Yeah.
If you guys have like suggestions that you want to see next week, let me see. Let me check the documents. Oh fuck. No, I don't know where they are. I don't know. I think I lost it. Do you want to do something sex related, like sexual archetypes, or you could do like a more generic like other.
I think sex toys would be good.
We could do sex toys.
Or techniques or something.
Like how many sex toys could we actually rank?
Like 20.
I mean, it could be interesting. We could tell stories about the times we used the sex toys on women.
Yeah.
Bro, did I show you the fuck machines I bought?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I bought a proper fuck machine with different like dildo attachments. Bro, we had like fuck man. I mean, no, I didn't wish that you were there, but maybe, I don't know. But you guys are like, kind of open to like this open relationship type of thing. But we had a psychedelic experience, a few of them, and we pulled out that fuck machine and the Sibian machine. It's not a Sibian, but it's like a German version of the Sibian. Yeah, it's it was great.
Very
a lot
nice.
of fun. But I don't know if I recommend the fuck machine. You know what I mean? Especially with like if you got like a micro penis, you know what I mean? If you don't have a lot of power in your fucking stroke and you give your girl this fuck machine with like different size cocks that go fucking as fast and hard as she wants. Oh man, I don't know if I would recommend that. I'm very secure, I'm very secure in my ability and everything, but I don't know. What do you think about that? Maybe we could like talk about this for like 5 seconds and then that can transition into the next tier list a little bit.
Yeah, I think if you can take responsibility over the scene, then she'll probably relate it to you a lot more. If you just hand her a fuck machine and like leave for the weekend, you might come back to her. Yeah. Cuddle in the fucking machine.
I went gaming, boot camps and shit. You know,
Yeah.
like, hey, I gotta go game. Here's a fuck machine.
But I feel like if you like tie her up, tell her to be a good girl, you turn the machine on, like she'll probably relate.
I left her with the dildo attachment. That's my size cock. You know?
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, that's fair. No competition.
No opportunities. You know, I'm just limited opportunity here.
Yeah. Leave her in the cage. All right, let's do that next week. All right, guys. Well, we have boot camps. There's a link down below. So if you're interested in booking a call with myself, and we can see if you're a fit for the boot camp, then book a call in.
If you guys are gonna fucking love it, you guys are gonna love it.
Oh, they will love it.
Will fucking love it. I'm gonna be there for 3 months. We got former RP guys, boot camp guys. We're all gaming in Budapest all summer. And we're doing boot camps, and you're gonna love it. It's gonna change your fucking life. After ROP, you're gonna be pulling like fucking crazy. Okay, 100%. You're gonna pull every night, not fat girls. I don't know.
Don't talk about my girl like that. If you're interested, book call me. We'll have a chat. If anyone wants to join the mastermind, then we still have a 2-week free link down below as well, so you can use that. If you're not in the mastermind, then that's a red flag. Okay,
stay away.
Oh, that's a red flag. That's about it. We'll catch you guys. We'll do the next one on Tuesday. Swift, what are you thinking?
I'm down.
Yeah, so Monday night American time. All right, catch you guys then.
See you.